Mike's on. Think about
Soon we do a mic check.
Fisher. Should he be retired in LA jersey?
Oh yeah.
I think he should.
Derek Fisher? Oh yeah.
Sports Talk Live for the culture. We back in business today. How's it going, fellas?
Yo.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What's happening?
It's that wonderful time of year again.
Oh yeah. Summertime, man. You gotta. Hey, listen.
Everybody's back in camp. NFL's hitting off. How's it going, Doug?
Oh, everything's good, man.
How's it going, Nate?
It's going good.
Broncos, no music in the practice there. Vic is like shutting it down, saying there's no music in games. So none of that finger popping during practice. What's up, Duke?
Summertime, man. It's beautiful. Probably one of the best summers ever in my life.
Jonathan, how's it going?
The beat goes on.
I'm here. Football coming, so I'm good.
Yes. The NFL. Everybody's back in camp. We doing the camp things now. Everybody's tuned in, and this is what we've been waiting for to get the NFL started. The $9-billion almost industry that everybody's waiting. America's new pastime. The NFL, everything's kicked off. But when we start about camp, we want to jump in and start with a couple fellas that aren't in camp that is making the news. We have here in camp. We got a few guys, a couple running backs. Javavian County, wide receiver for the Saints, Michael Thomas. Trent Williams for the Redskins. Gordon, the running back. Yamik, the defensive end for Jacksonville, who said, "Nah, I'm not coming in. I got more sacks than anybody over a third-round pick." Let's jump in there with Zeke. Zeke's holding out. Arguably one of the best running backs in the league. He's on a 5-year contract, being a first-round draft pick. So he comes out, they get 5 years. So basically, he's under contract for another 2 years, and he's making about $5 million a year. I'm led the league in rushing 2 times. The one time I didn't lead the league in rushing, I was suspended 6 games. Been in and out of trouble a little bit. Let's start with Zeke. What do you think moving forward with Zeke Elliott? Should he be the highest paid running back in the league, or he should fall in somewhere else? Is Zeke the market?
Let's say the last for the Cowboy fans.
I was about to say the same thing.
We're gonna let the Cowboy fans go last. He was
exclamation.
ready to jump though. I seen
Took his glasses off, wiped his face.
Getting
ready.
He was ready to jump though.
Getting ready.
But I think last when we talked about this, a week ago, we talked about this off the air. I was saying no, but now like thinking about it and only getting $5 million and how they working this man, like,
oh, he's a workhorse. He's a kid. He's a straw that stirs the drink.
They should pay the man, and I think that they need to, and get it done. I watched my team do the same thing with Patrick Willis. They actually ripped the contract up and said he exceeded the rookie contract already, which we can all agree that he did also about his time in his career. Mm-hmm. So I'm going with they should rip that joint up and set him another one, give him some more bread.
Yeah, I agree. I think he need to be paid. Whether he's the highest, the number 1 or number 2 paid running back, that's questionable. But they don't need to sit there and if he gonna hold out and let him sit. Nah, he need to be paid.
$5 million not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough. That's the part where you just that's 100%. That's what it is. Like he need to be paid more. He need to get a big check, whether it be number 1 running back or number 2 running back. But it need to be up there in the top running back percentile. He need to be paid.
I agree. You gotta give him his money. We don't need to see anything else. I think the big thing here is with all these players and with people, period, is you can sign a contract, but you can outplay your contract. Mm-hmm. Like, so let's if you come into a league where somebody's paying you $5 million, okay, $5 million is a lot of money, but you start getting into discussions that you a top, the top back in the league, the top 2, 3, and then you find out these other 3 and 4th guys that's supposed to be better than you, that are not better than you, but you find they in a $12, $13 million range, and you looking like, wait a second, but I got the numbers. Why am I making $5 million and these guys making $15 million? There's something wrong with
Splitting
that.
time.
So give up your money. Give up the money. I'm important to the team. Y'all know this. The world knows I'm the best at what I do. Rip the contract up because they can be ripped up. Everybody acts like they can't. And write a new one. The man deserves his money. We don't need to see no more production from him to prove anything about he's worth it. He's worth it. Cut the check. And I think Jerry will. But if he does not come to camp, Dallas is going to start the season off 0-1, 0-2, 0-3. The check's going to get cut so fast, and he's. Well,
that's what happened with him, and he was 0-2.
So I'm hoping that they don't get there because you don't want to get in that hole in the NFC East or the NFC period.
So Jerry Jones, he knows that history, like you just alluded to. Sunni just spoke on it. Happened with Emmett when he was holding out for a contract. Jerry didn't want paying. They went 0-2. Jerry paid him, and he came in and he still led the league in rushing after missing 2 weeks.
Tremendous back.
I think they should pay him. I think it would be smart all the way around with 2 years left on his contract. So if he has $5 million this year, $5 million next year, you paying, just say if you bump him up to 13 a year.
You can prorate it out.
Right. And then really, what are you giving him? 7 this year, 7 next year, because you was already giving him 5 anyway.
Yeah.
This year and next year. So now the hit isn't as much as it would be if you wait till the end of the deal and give him that contract.
Oh, Jerry knows how to work the numbers.
And you have him safe. You know what I mean? You have him happy.
Kind of like how what the Eagles did with Carson Wentz. They got him at a discount by doing that.
Absolutely. So, it would be smart to get it done. They have to get it done. We saw, like you said, everybody saw when Zeke was out for 6 games with the vaunted offensive line that everybody talks about. The team wasn't the same. Dak wasn't the same. And, they were in a couple games, but, he's the guy. He's the offensive. He's the motor. And you got to pay the guy.
And the interesting thing about this, too, about interesting him coming to camp, they have a new offensive coordinator this year. And it's going to be interesting to see with the new offensive coordinator what he's trying to implement, because the rumors were that the Dallas offense under the new offensive coordinator was looking a lot like the Rams, where the running back is highly involved. It's a lot. Everything is off of Zeke action, and Zeke's going to catch some long handoffs too. You're going to get about 35 long 4-yard passes to you in the flat on a linebacker. Go to work, and we're going to do a lot of passing and everything that looks like a blast to Zeke. Everything's coming through Zeke. What the Rams did with Gurley, and when Gurley got gimpy, you saw what happened with Goff. He went down. Right. So it's interesting with them putting in a new offense and wanting everything to take shape and form off of, as I call it, Zeke action, and really stressing that, which they hadn't done before. They hand the ball off to Zeke, don't get me wrong, they use him, but they would have a tendency to get inside the 10 and 12-yard line and just flat out go
away from it
and pass.
Yeah.
I don't mind you passing inside the 10, but I would pass after putting it in his stomach and taking it out. See what that does to the defense.
Hey, 2 times, and maybe even 3.
But I would give it to him. But
he got to get it.
Another thing with Zeke, man, it's gimmickless, right? He doesn't have a back that he was splitting time with.
Yeah.
And then it's not a whole bunch of we're gonna make it look like we're gonna run this way and come back and hand it to you. That it's straight ahead.
Oh yeah,
it's straight ahead. Old school
football.
Pound the ball. And Zeke, he's still, turning it over with the 1,400s and the 1,500-yard season. So it's not like, it's not like you can just plug a guy in. Right. Because sometimes he makes guys miss, or he gets 4 where somebody else would have got 2 or 1.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Ain't that what they just thought about Emmett? They thought the line, they are Pro Bowl line.
Little known fact.
Put anybody behind
during the Emmitt Smith years, when everybody likes to rewrite history and the Great Wall and the offensive line. First of all, majority of those guys were there before Emmett. But secondly,
they were 1-15. But go ahead.
Whenever Emmitt Smith wasn't in the game during those 3-4 years when he was, they never had a running back rush for over 100 yards in the game. Right.
Well, that's what I'm getting at.
So yeah, I just wanted to bring that out to the listening public.
They thought
people that didn't know that anybody could just play
Cowboys,
behind the line.
right? Everybody can play behind the line, right?
And go back and look. It's on YouTube. And go back and look at that last that second NFC Championship game between Dallas and the Niners in Texas Stadium. Mm-hmm. How many times Troy went through to Emmitt Smith? I'm just going to say that on 3rd and 4th.
Well, you talking about lines, underrated line. is early 2000 Bronco line.
Oh,
yeah.
See, Nate. See, come on, Nate.
Yo, you know how
Stop
many
it,
bum
Nate.
running backs we have run for?
But the thing about
That's called the scheme. That's called the scheme.
the thing
It's coaching.
Mike
Coaching.
Bell.
and the thing about this, we get it with that Bronco, with
Anderson
that
boys.
Bronco, with that Bronco line of people out there that follow. There was always a tendency, and we were taught to block. You had to get your helmet. If you're running to the left, you want to get your helmet in between the ball carrier and the defensive lineman. That was the standard teaching technique for a lot of offensive linemen. It was interesting. The Broncos adapted a one downhill technique, and they didn't go to get their helmet across. The Broncos went for the near leg to cut. The Broncos started cutting everybody to get them down, and the running back was
Which
like,
I don't like that.
Find this gap.
yeah, the running back was like, you're just going straight forward, but we're not trying to put our helmet down. We're trying to move. We're trying to cut that near leg, which puts them down. And because you're going straight forward, you're a downhill runner. It's not too much shiftiness.
So essentially, right, a cheating technique that was since outlawed by the league. You can't do it.
All down.
You
Yeah,
can't,
so it was interesting with that, with the offensive linemen and their technique, and they had a lot of success with that, because the offensive linemen or the big sexies, as I call them, or the real skill positions.
Hey, listen, I want to add this real quick about running backs getting their money and how important that they are. If nobody knows, ask the starting quarterback if they keep running back, and then
Picking up
everything,
blitz,
and then
yeah.
everything will end right there.
Yeah, definitely.
We
Running
got some
game.
shout outs too. We want.
Oh, shout them out.
What's happening, cousin Sylvia?
Cousin Sylvia.
Hey, how's it going?
Mr. Morgan, how are you? Uncle Tahi Sabir,
What's going on?
Miss Monique Gooden, how you doing? We're still trying to get you up here on the show.
Oh, definitely.
You got a lot of baseball knowledge.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's coming.
John William Henry McCary, what's happening? Cousin David,
What's up, cuz?
That's a long
See you
name.
later tonight.
That's a
my
long
cousin
name.
Nana Cawthorn joined in. What's happening? Thanks for joining in.
Definitely. And I was getting back what I was saying, like I was saying the offensive linemen are the real like skill positions, because like you can catch a ball, you can throw a ball, you can have some fun, but go try to move a grown man against his will.
Oh yeah. Yo, listen,
Go try to take somebody against their will out of room.
any player in the NFL, they don't want to be down in them trenches. They'll tell you that.
Oh, definitely not. They don't want to see that at all.
Different game.
What do you guys think about? And it's been interesting because this has been in the Gordon, running back San Diego. Phillip Rivers came out and said, "Look, we're deep at running back." I mean, we like that. But Phillip Rivers said, "Like we're deep at running back." The head coach Lynn, he said, "Look, I don't talk about players in out here. We're real good with Gordon. We're gonna let the business take care of business." So what do you think about Gordon? But more importantly, what do you think about Rivers' comments?
I hate him. I hate him.
It shouldn't have happened, but they are deep at running back. I think 3 of them average 4 points. I think somebody else averaged more per carry than him. But I still think you pay the man.
Eckler.
Yeah, you still pay the man because he's no knock on Zeke, but he's not in the camera. He's not doing the dysfunctional things, and you still know he's your starter. So I think
He only
you
played
pay
one
him,
full season.
but I don't think they should have made those comments. I don't know where he was getting at. I don't know if he's like, you know how your boss, or a worker that's on their last, about to leave this year, they start talking a little different. You know what I mean? Like they start saying, all right, they start, hitting their shoulders a little different, So I think maybe that's what Phillip Rivers is on. Like, man, look, I'm gonna say how I feel. I don't really like this cat. I like the backup.
Well, I mean, the context matters too, though, because he could have just said, we're deep at running back.
It could have been put together.
When he come, we'll be okay until he comes in, until he gets that resolved.
Right.
He could have said that.
Finish the sentence,
Just hearing it like that, it sounds bad, but that could have. I can't imagine Phillip Rivers been in the league all this year. He'll throw a guy under the bus that has been a teammate for all these years.
He been working for that company so long. He ready to roll.
They got the keys to the company.
I just, again, man, for running backs that are like the upper echelon, or any running back, not whether they're upper echelon or not, man, whenever you have some leverage, man, and you can get, more money, you need to get the
4-year
money.
career on
I'm
average.
with you. I don't think he got that much leverage though.
Right now, he doesn't.
He don't.
He doesn't.
I think he can go. I think they were not going to pay him because, like I said, it was I think 3 of them averaged pretty much same amount of carries as yards, and want to average a little bit more, but he can go somewhere else and get paid. But it's not time yet.
So those things can be misleading too, right? Eckler was the third down back, so he might come in, he might take a draw when it's 3rd and 15, and the defense, he might.
I got something for you on that though. Eckler started 4 or 5 games.
He did.
He did his thing.
He did, and then the other guy, Jarius Jackson, started too, right?
Yeah.
But it's a difference too when you playing the whole game or the whole season, and you taking a pounding all season. Now those numbers go down as you get towards the end of the season,
and they know you're running now.
He only played 1 full season.
Well, I understand that, but he's playing he played what, maybe 13 of the 16 games last year. Something like that.
He couldn't have if Eckler started 4 and Jackson started 2. So that means he
Jackson
played.
started. Yeah, he played 10 games.
He played 10 then.
So my question is, can Jackson's average stay that high if he's playing from week 1 through week 16?
Jackson, I don't know.
When we're up,
I believe
when we're up 3, and it's time to run the clock out, and we're going to run the rest of the night.
So we just saw that in Pittsburgh with the Steelers don't miss Le'Veon Bell, the Steelers don't miss Bell until the end of the season. But guess what? They was missing Le'Veon Bell because Connor had never been that deep in the season as a lead back, and he was running out of gas. He got injured. He dropped a touchdown pass that would have won a ball game for him. That was right in his hands. You know what I mean? So it's something to be said for these bell cow backs that can carry the load.
I'm with you 100% on that. Like in the Zeke conversation, it's okay, Zeke deserved it. Zeke been that bell cow back the whole season.
Absolutely.
It's we can't say that with the Chargers because how many times has Gordon done that? Ain't like we talking about the starting running back has been this
he's not
bell
LT.
cow back.
He's not LT.
And he played to the end of the season every season. Like how you saying come week 16, week 15, what you doing? In the Steelers type situation. So it's he in the same boat as Eckler. This
is why I agree with you. And the difference between the two is because when you talk about Chargers, who do you think of initially? You say Chargers offense, what are you thinking? You thinking Phillip Rivers, Keenan Allen, Antonio Gates. You know what I'm saying?
You're not thinking about a running back since LT.
If you talk about Dallas and you say Dallas offense, what's the first name coming out your mouth?
Zeke and Dak.
You know what I mean? So that's
if
for
you
me.
really
That's
want
the
to get
difference.
down, absolutely.
For me, that's the difference. You take Zeke out, Dak not carrying you the way Phillip Rivers can carry you without Melvin Gordon.
Phillip Rivers can make it happen.
So Melvin Gordon,
So hold on, what you say? Don't pay?
I say don't pay.
I say no. I say you can pay him, but you give him if you're the Chargers, and I hate to do this because I'm totally not a company man.
I'm with you. I'm not a company man at all.
You offer him a team friendly deal. You offer him some money to acknowledge we understand your talent and what you mean in this team.
Because he can play.
But
he
we
was a
can't
first round
offer
That's what I mean.
But we're not breaking the bank.
I ain't saying don't pay him at all.
We're not gonna break
I'm saying don't break the bank.
We can't break the bank
on
on
that.
We're not
Give
doing
him
that.
a team friendly joint.
Exactly.
I'm with you on that.
So that's what I say.
So you at 8, 10?
I say 8 to 10. Yeah, he's making 5.6 this year. He's supposed to make 5.6. So you pay him $8 million a year. I think that's good.
And guarantee him.
Yeah, I say game
guarantee him 824 million or something like that over 3 years. So that's enough for him. But for me, we can go back to once you establish that you can carry the bulk of the load.
Yeah,
that's where you go onto the table with all types of leverage. Like Le'Veon Bell, look, you carry the ball 400 times. Zeke, you carrying the ball a whole lot. We don't need to see. We know from week 1, like we were speaking on, from week 1 to 16 through the playoffs, we know this guy in the backfield. We know that we can give him the ball. We don't know that about Gordon. Right? But what we know is you've been hurt, and when it's time to get money, that's the legitimate gripe that owners have over the top of your head, that we cannot give you all of this money. Now, what kind of money we gonna give you? Let's look at the top tier running backs, because he's not one of them. You can't get that type of money. So that's where we got to start. And the reason why you can't get that type of money is because you're not healthy all the time. So how much money is he going to get? You can't get top tier money. So that's where we are. Now, these guys that they got behind him, we don't know, like we agreed upon, we don't know what they could do. When it's time, they might be guys that can just give you 4 weeks while the starting running back has a bum ankle.
Right.
We don't know. But guess what? They always say, stay ready, right? And this is an opportunity for the guys that's behind them to stay ready. And we're going to find out about all this.
And another thing is, you don't draft a guy in the top 10 in the draft, a running back, and then that guy produces for you to just let him go and not pay him.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
definitely.
absolutely.
And especially if you think Rivers is moving on, then you need a running back to groom another quarterback on. You need a running back for that young quarterback to lean on. Definitely. So it'll be interesting. Let's talk about Michael Thomas, receiver.
Give it up. That's all.
Caught like 125 passes the previous season. He's looking for a deal. Drew Brees seems confident that deal is going to get done. The issue with Thomas and I think Julio Jones and other receivers out there, they're looking at the money Beckham got, and they feel as though, hey, the going rate for a top receiver is somewhere in that 18 million to 20 million per year role.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it was. Do you think the Saints should Thomas be the top receiver in the league, or he should be up there close with that? What do you think the Saints are going to do?
Let's look at who are the top guys in the league. Can we start naming them? We know who they are, right? The Antonio Browns, the Julio Joneses. Who else can we throw out? The Hopkins. Who else we got?
We got
Beckham. Is he up in that conversation?
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah.
So do we throw Thomas in that same conversation?
yeah.
I think Thomas top 5, hands down.
Yeah.
So
He
if
might
he's
be
top-
number 5, but he's top 5.
Okay, so if he's top 5, then
I don't think he's number 5. I think he's.
I mean, I'm not saying that
I
he
think
is
his
number 5.
numbers is number 5, but I don't think he's number 5. I think he's.
I think he's top 3.
I think he's a product of his offense.
I think he's
he's
top
a
3.
product of his quarterback. You know, I don't think he's.
well, guess what we
I used
guess,
to think that, so I
guess-
started paying closer attention.
Yeah, guess
I
what we
think-
do know, right? We do know that he was making 1.1 million.
I don't
And
think he should
and
be
we
getting
do
paid
know that he's supposed to make way more than that.
Right.
That's all.
So
We could-
let's put that to rest.
128 catches.
125.
From the
125?
for the last 4 years, he's caught more balls than anyone.
So
So it's time to get paid.
It's hard to say that. I understand that the thought that he's a product of the system, but it's hard to say he's a product of the system when he's catching 125 and the next closest receiver has 28.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
You almost 100.
That
100
tells
more
me-
receptions than your next receiver.
that tells
That's
me that when the
preposterous.
quarterback is dropping back to pass, he's looking one way. You know what I'm saying? He has
whole
two,
lot.
Yeah, he has 2 eyes, and one is pointed at 13, and one is pointed at 41. You know what I'm saying? And 13 has to win a lot of battles to get to get that team going. So, I think they should pay him, and I don't know their cap situation. That's not my favorite team, but he definitely needs to be paid as one of the top receivers because he has performed as one of the top receivers.
Yeah, I think that definitely with him in there, the Saints are going to make the move and pay him. They just seem like they're trying to make a run. They feel they got robbed last year going to the bowl with a non-call.
Oh.
So they're trying to bring.
They got robbery.
So they're trying to bring everybody back and get this thing done. So it'll be definitely interesting to see. I want to jump in to one of the most important positions. Trent Williams and the Washington Redskins at left tackle.
This looks ugly.
First round draft pick. They made a move to bring in another tackle in. Trent's like, he has faced some injury problems. He's like, look, I'm going to strike while the iron's hot. We bringing in these young quarterbacks. They need somebody to protect them. We lost a quarterback last year. Left tackle is very important. I need to see the bag. So what do you guys feel about Trent Williams?
Hey man, left tackle, that's like arguably your second most important position on the field. So I mean, if he's that guy and you think he's that guy, then you need to pay him. But I think it's a little more into that than just whether they want to pay him or not. It seems like you have something going on with the medical staff and Trent Williams being unhappy with the Redskins medical staff, and so that's looking kind of ugly down there. I don't know where that's going to go.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
know where it's going. I'm gonna tell you where it's going. All right, so real simple. We know what kind of player that you were, but the problem is with these holdouts, and you don't get your money real quick. Because some guys get their money real quick. They say, "Oh yeah, I'm about to hold out," and they say, "Oh no, you're not. Take your money."
Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So some question marks. Melvin Gordon, Trent Williams. Now, where you're not going to get your money, and the Redskins is going to prepare for this long holdout is when you say, okay, I'm holding out, I want more money. And then all of a sudden you look up in the newspaper and you say, oh, shucks, they just signed another tackle. Mm-hmm. That means they preparing for life without you. Now, he says, okay, it's about to be a mess. He says, okay, I don't trust their team doctors. I'm going to go where I want to go. All right, so guess what? The owner is a billionaire. Now, I don't know if he's the type of businessman that thinks that he's going to the Super Bowl. I don't think, because let's be real.
They not.
What we got?
Yeah.
32
They're
teams.
not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We got 32 teams, and what can we say? At max, that 10 of them got a possibility. Max.
I would say more than 10.
No. False.
You had to count them out.
I'm gonna get them 10 teams. I'm gonna get them 10 teams that you think that is a possibility of going to the Super Bowl. Just because you make the playoffs, that don't mean you're going to the Super Bowl. Sure. Well, we'll revisit that. So, as far as Trent Williams is concerned, it's set up.
Read my mind.
It's set up that they're preparing for life without him.
Yeah, they're gonna
Right?
make a move.
Because
They're
it's
playing
question
hardball.
marks. Yeah, it's playing. So I don't know what he's set up to do, but I know he better be in the gym while he's sitting out because you're a big boy.
Yeah.
So it's time now. You got 100 wings. You got to cut them down to 50. You got the potato salad and mac and cheese. All that you got to pull back because the holdout and what the Redskins is about to do is not going to be a good thing.
Yeah, shout
He been in the league for a while too. He's had a few injuries. So he got
Exactly.
some miles on him.
Right.
Shout out to
So,
my homie,
so when you get that mileage, am I supposed to pay you real big money when you get mileage and you've been hurt?
And if you look up the turnpike to Philly, they've been paying Jason Peters, and he's been out.
Yeah.
Majority
See?
of the last few seasons, he's been out. So they could be looking at
Shout
that.
out to my homie Craig.
Hey, what's up, Greg?
Brown, my homie Brian from
Shout out to Weez.
from
Yeah.
Penwood.
Cool.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, fellas? Thanks for joining us. Let's look at Clowney. Clowney's holding out. He wants to get paid. What do you guys think about Clowney, defensive end, trying to get paid?
Clowney been around for a while too.
I mean, he's played for a while. I mean, he's played for a minute. He started off slow, came on strong. They lost their defensive player of the year a few seasons, and but he's been steady for him. He's looking for a new contract. He's looking for some more money before he gets out this game.
Real quick shout out to David Gore. Congratulations on your new son.
Oh,
You know,
congratulations,
Hold on, man.
new fan.
avid watcher of the show.
Trying to get him on
yeah.
the field.
Congrats, man. Congrats.
Congrats. So, what do you guys think about Jadeveon Clowney? You think he's worth boosting it up? Their defense, they're trying to make a run.
I don't.
You don't? You don't think he's an impact player?
I think when he on the field, another person is. You can't win games from the bench.
You
man.
can't help.
Hey,
you know,
they made up this tier thing for a reason. You got tier 1, you got tier 2, tier 3. Is he tier 1?
So
You can cut the stuff out the bag. You can get right to the chase. Is he tier 1?
Even when healthy.
Close.
Tier
I mean,
1? Tier 1? He's not tier 1. He's not tier 1.
he's one of the best
What do
defensive
we
linemen in the
consider
league.
tier
I think.
one? Top what?
You start
Top
naming.
10?
No. Start naming.
I'm just saying. What do we
Start
consider-
naming.
you
Start
talking
naming.
what, defensive ends?
Yeah, on the edge because he's
Well-
an edge guy, right?
Well, I mean, actually, you know what? It's a little different now because
he's a
you got
3-4.
because Donald's not an edge guy. He's a game wrecker.
All right, so let's say tier 1 game record.
So you got Donald, you
Donald,
got Khalil
Mack.
Mack, you got DeMarcus Lawrence
Lawrence.
just got paid
Lawrence.
like that. J.J. Watt used to be that, but he's
Right.
been injured a lot.
Yeah.
All right,
He
so
got
so
paid.
He got paid a few years
he
ago.
got
but
paid before. So do we throw Clowney into
Don't
the
leave my guy
conversation?
Von Miller out.
Von Miller,
Von
he's
Miller.
that guy.
He's
Yeah,
another
he's that
one.
guy.
D4.
For me, Clowney's one of them guys for me. He was injured early.
Right,
The last couple years, he's been out there. He's been out there when Watt wasn't out there.
right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? He's been the guy. He's been the game record. You know what I mean? And it's almost like, well, if Watt could step his game back up to match where Clowney is, they would be vicious.
I can't put him in that same Mac thing.
But I don't.
and Donald.
I don't put him
can't
in that.
do that.
That's
I
it.
don't
say,
put him
I say
in that.
tier 2. I'm with you.
Yeah, I
man.
don't.
I'll give him tier 2.
Don't put him in that.
He want
class.
tier 2 money. Is he want tier 1 money or want tier 2 money?
He can't get tier 1 money, but we can have a nice talk and all that stuff.
Now, can Houston give it to him? I don't know, but I
Houston got money.
Can't
They all
play
got
both
money.
your DNs.
Yeah,
I do
don't
how
put him
you
in that
say it
class.
with Melvin Gordon. I give him the team friendly number. I'm not breaking the bank for him. I give him the team.
Because you always can go back to the table.
Yeah, you could.
He replaceable.
I don't know about replaceable.
He replaceable.
I don't know about replaceable, but
Nah.
but I mean, everybody can't get a top dollar contract on the
not
team.
at all.
You
Not
got to
at all.
pay. So you think about Houston, right?
You gotta pay
You got to
Watson
pay
pretty
Hopkins.
soon. Like, gotta pay Hopkins. Gotta pay
You got to
Watson.
pay Watson, the quarterback.
I'm keeping
in
Fuller.
another year.
I
or
like
two.
Fuller. I'm keeping Fuller.
But he's another guy that's been hurt every season.
Yeah, true.
He missed a chunk of games in every
Yeah.
season, but you give him a team-friendly deal. So if you paying Watt like you paying him, now you pay Clowney top dollar.
Y'all
You
still-
got to play Hopkins
Y'all
top
still
dollar.
need a running back.
You got to pay Watson top dollar. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can't. You know,
Maybe they should go get Gordon. You feel me?
can't- you
Lamar
can't.
Miller ain't cutting.
well, I don't think
Alfred Blue not cutting.
I don't think they need that guy just because Watson is a threat to run, so that kind of helps your running game a little bit, kind of like what Mike Vick had work done.
If I was
Alvin,
dumb, I would have made a run for Mark Ingram. How the Ravens went and got him.
True.
Because
Absolutely.
you know Lamar Jackson, he gonna run crazy. But then you got that little tandem with Ingram right there.
You got the Ing in the bag.
That I'm interested to see how the Ravens look this season. So
Listen, that's
if
the
I
team
was
you got to
dumb,
watch out for.
I
You keep
would-
talking this Cleveland, Pittsburgh stuff. You better watch the Ravens.
Nah,
man.
I ain't worried that much.
Lamar Jackson got to get his passing. He got to get his passing up a little bit. If he gets his passing together a little bit more,
Brown. Just in case y'all ain't watched the show last week, me and Duke got a $100 bet that that the Steelers not going to win the division. So
And
I gotta applaud Duke because
pretty
he
safe to say,
gave Nate the field.
I'm gonna win $100,
oh yeah,
and then
that's how we do.
gonna go
That's-
live on the show.
That's championship pedigree.
I had
and
a,
I'm
uh,
gonna
I had
spend
Steelers
that $100 on everybody.
But I was
this
about to say,
panel.
I'm the type of better though. When we bet, then I'm gonna spend it on you because it was
Yeah.
free money.
Yeah,
however you
I'm
do
the
it.
same way. So,
Yeah, so-
either way, it's going.
It's going
the
down.
field gonna
We
get
at the
love,
ranch.
you know
We
what
at the
I mean?
ranch. We at the ranch. That's how we do it in the
Live
ranch.
at the ranch, baby.
Yeah, we gain weight during football season.
Another defensive end, third round pick out of Maryland, Yamik for Jacksonville, has more sacks in the last couple seasons than a lot of those defensive ends we're talking about, and he was a third round pick, and he's holding out for some serious cash. I guess he wants a D-Law type contract. He outplayed this game. He's a third round pick, and his sacks is up there with everybody out of Maryland. And he's holding out. He's not coming to camp. He said, look, y'all need to talk to me about redoing my contract because these last 2 years, I done gave you about 26, 27 sacks, and that's up there with the best in the league. I want to get my paper. What do you guys do? He was a third round pick.
I pay him right, but I don't pay him again. I'm not breaking the bank on him, and the fact that he's a third round pick, that means he ain't made $1 million yet. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't made $1 million yet in a seat, and he might be scheduled to make $1 million this year if this is his third year or fourth year. So, I offer him a little 8, 9.
A little 8-9 off the 500. I'm in. I'm in
8,
soon.
9. Exactly. You know what I mean?
But he said, but how y'all giving DeMarcus 26 and he was they got 26?
But that's a guy that's looking at sacks alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're a total football guy, you go sit down and you put the tape on. You know DeMarcus Lawrence is playing to run.
Yeah.
He's rigging against the pad. He's
Like I
doing it
said.
all. Where this guy, I don't know. Now I haven't watched this guy closely, but I don't know. Is he just a pass rusher? You know what I'm saying? Is he benefiting from Calais Campbell and all these other guys down there that's also wreaking havoc on the defensive line? Like we talk about Zeke. In the Cowboys defensive line, DeMarcus Lawrence is the guy. He's not benefiting from somebody else getting double teamed and all that. They're benefiting from him.
Like Donald.
So is this guy benefiting from Calais Campbell and the rest of those guys that they have down there in Jacksonville, or is he just that much of a stud? And I
Right.
think if you look, that'd be something for Jacksonville to look at. You put the tape on, you'll see, but that defense wasn't the shutdown.
Yeah.
We're going to go out and get you defense like they had been in the previous years. So for a defensive guy to be coming up and saying, I need this kind of money, hey dog, you replace
It ain't a business of I'm trying to get my money now.
I got a question. If I'm any of these guys and the deal doesn't get done, once your contract is up, do you resign?
I don't know about the same team, but you gonna resign
Yeah,
with
that's what
somebody.
I'm saying. Do
Well,
you
I mean,
resign with the same
if
thing?
they're not, if they want to resign you, that means they're offering you a deal right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's holding out. They're holding out. They want you. Like, we already know they offering Michael Thomas money. We know they want to re-sign Zeke. We know they want to re-sign Clowney, and we know, but we don't know about Melvin Gordon, Trent Williams.
Yeah, we don't know about them,
right?
Yeah.
So, that's a question of, they might say, hey, dog, if you think we not paying you, you gonna play for this $1 million. And we go see what you get on the free market.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We willing to take that risk because we
sometimes-
feel like you might be replaceable because you are benefiting from the other guys we have. So we can go get us a DN.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That only want $4 million.
But you want to sign back.
I think as a business, you want to sign wherever you got to take the personal stuff out of it. You got to take your emotions out of it.
Which is hard.
They didn't offer me a deal. They don't think I could do it, so I'm not going to sign with them. And you going to sign whatever the best deal you can get. You know what I mean? So if Jacksonville, regardless how you might feel, if they offer you the most money, that's what I'm taking. You know what I mean? Forget the personal, how I felt. I held out. They didn't want to give me this money. I'm taking the most money that I can get. So if that comes from Jacksonville, then I'm re-signing.
You gotta sometimes you gotta put yourself as people looking from the outside in. You gotta put yourself in the place of the player and put yourself in the place of the owner. Like, some guys just not worth the money. You can go grab. That's why they get released. You see a guy whose production has been going down 3 years in a row, and you've been giving him $12 million a year. So you're like, oh, you know what? It's proof that he can't maintain this level of play, and he hasn't been hurt.
Right.
So that's enough for you sometimes.
Yeah.
So you gotta go ahead.
Like you said, if you're the team, we want you. We want you back.
Right.
We want you at this price.
But the
But
number,
we want you back at $8 million,
Right,
$9
right.
million.
The
We're
number,
willing to
come
figure
down to
that.
that number.
You want 20?
Right.
Oh no, we can't do it at 20, dog. So we're that far apart, then we just gonna have to agree.
Right.
We'll let you know now while you're holding out.
And that happens every day in the
Every
world. We
day.
go for an interview.
Every
Like,
day.
oh, this is the job? Oh, I wanted this $75K, but we paying $58 for that. Sorry.
Yeah.
But-
So,
hey, listen,
yeah, look,
Mike
if-
Daniels just happened to him.
If we don't want to pay you 20, we're not paying you 20. We'll give you 8 or 9. You don't want that? You think you're worth 20? Fine.
Right.
No hard feelings. Go get your 20. If you get your 20, man, I'll be the first one to call you and congratulate you on your 20.
Absolutely.
But we not paying you 20 million. You know what I'm saying? So, I get it. I get it.
Listen, Shaq said when it was time for him, money time with the Lakers, Jerry West brought him to the office and said, Shaq, I can't give you $30 million. I can't do it. They still friends to this day. I mean, sometimes it's just business.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? It's just business.
That's what you have to do.
David Gordon just said the numbers don't tell the tale of someone's important impact. Yeah. Oh, we know.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
If Donald wasn't doubled every play, he would have had the most sacks in NFL history right now.
Right. So, like you said, the numbers don't tell it.
Or
Everybody,
Khalil
about
Mack,
the
either
impact.
one.
it doesn't tell it. It doesn't
like
tell
Dave
it one way
always
or the
says,
other.
it's all about the eye test, man.
Well, it doesn't tell it one way or the other. But you know what doesn't lie, Sunni? What does not lie?
The sky.
The eye in the sky, baby. The eye in the sky does not lie. The tape will show it in practice and games. If you really are that impactful of a player, and if you are, you'll get paid regardless of the numbers. That's why DeMarcus Lawrence, what do you have? Maybe 13 sacks this year. That's why he got paid commensurate to guys that's getting 18 sacks, because the eye in the sky didn't lie, and it showed that he's wrecking run plays, pass plays, play action plays, goal line plays. He's doing it all. So, and when he's not in there, it shows. So that's why he got paid. And if this guy is doing all of that, he'll get paid.
Get paid.
If not-
Somebody will pay him because everybody gets the tapes.
Absolutely.
Definitely, no doubt. Other news: New York Giants wide receiver free agent acquisition Golden Tate is facing a 4-game suspension
Oh, man.
for the use of PEDs, performance-enhancing drugs. The backstory was he was taking something. Him and his wife were trying to have a kid, and he was taking something to enhance male fertility. And once he saw something was on that was on the banned substance list, he immediately contacted his coaches and NFL staff and reported and everything like that. So usually they don't care. It'll be interesting to see. He's appealing it, but usually they have a zero tolerance. You have to monitor what you take in your body and what you do moving forward. So it should be interesting. It's 4 games. I mean, you could appeal it. They can make it 2 or whatever. What do you guys think about this?
First off, if you're a Giants fan, I feel sorry for you. I'll say that first and foremost. Because for one, y'all got a guy at quarterback that think he's still in his prime and he's not.
Is that what they think?
And no, I'm saying he thinks that. Eli thinks he still has it and he doesn't. Even when he did so-called have it, still wasn't really that guy. He just, he was serviceable.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you got this, a 4-game suspension from Golden Tate. Sterling Shepard just got hurt.
Yeah.
And
Corey Coleman.
Corey Coleman out for the season. They don't know how long Shepard going to be out, but Corey Coleman out for the season.
Dez is still available.
That's your 3 receivers. They better go sign Dez. They better go do something, because even if you sign Dez, what, you going from a 2-win season to a 4-win season? Like, it's a bad day to be a Giants fan.
Bad
man.
day. I know this is about Golden Tate, but I got a question about just this. It's hard to just not be on New York when you see a New York hat up there. How do you your quarterback is like pretty much has more losses than wins the last 2 seasons, easily last 3 seasons. How do you say that there's no quarterback competition and you draft somebody 6th round and your quarterback hasn't got it done for God knows how long?
They got drafted first round.
Yeah, first.
6th pick. I'm sorry.
Well, I think you fool yourself. One, you say you want your young guy to sit.
He's a Manning.
But nowadays you the first round pick, top 5, top 10 pick, they gotta play.
They said only one time, and I think the past 20, 30 years that a first round pick didn't start in a rookie season. And
Aaron Rodgers didn't start.
It was 2. It was Aaron. It was somebody else.
McNabb didn't start right in his rookie season.
I forget who the other person was.
But I mean, you could be the reason why a team would do that because
McNabb didn't start.
They'll look at everything and they'll say, hey, Eli struggled, but part of that was the offensive line was terrible. They didn't have a running game. Like, they find excuses.
Right.
Yeah.
And his last name is Manning. They're beholden to the Manning.
They drafted. Get into that. So.
If his last name was Johnson,
that name hold a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I mean, they drafted this kid because he went to the Manning camp and was really high as a replacement. So I mean,
that's what it takes.
Yeah, I mean that's what it takes. They'll be holding to the Manning.
Instant millionaire because I went to your camp. Huh?
Yeah. So that's what they did. It was very interesting. The rookie that they drafted,
but he got the hardware.
Yeah.
Manning got the hardware. Yeah. Once you start talking to people, they on this ring thing, and that's what they're holding on to.
Yeah, that's what David Gordon just said. 2 Super Bowls. I'm about to text him and tell him
it's
time to move
it
on.
Counts, but we look at we
performance.
Yeah, that's what I was about to go to.
Brad Johnson has half as many.
Yeah,
you figure teams believe that, like Parcells says, and Sunni actually says it too, that more games are lost than won.
Mm-hmm.
So you figure with a guy like Eli that he won't. They figure, not we figure. They figure he won't lose the game for you. He won't do anything dumb.
So now he's a game manager.
You see that interception that happened in Philly last year?
We got tape too, and you making $23 million a year.
That pass he threw down in Dallas where he stopped the clock for the incompletion. He said, So but I'm saying those are things that I think they'll fool themselves into using to believe that, hey, we'll sit this guy, let him learn. Yeah. Where every other team in the NFL nowadays, you draft a rookie, that rookie plays.
I'm gonna tell you what would have happened with me if I'm the GM. All right, first of all, Eli, you got the key to the city. You always gonna be welcome because you got the ring.
Well, yeah, Eli's his thing is solidified.
But where you from? Where you grew up in Tennessee? Your dad played in New Orleans. I'm making phone calls down there. And you can go start down there. You can back up. We got to start a new flow.
He ain't starting New Orleans.
So
I'm saying he can go back down there. And
so you understand this?
Go fishing? It's fishing.
Yeah,
Tennessee, Titans,
I think they from like Mississippi or something like that. But understand this, right?
You can't get $23 million.
Eli didn't start as a rookie. Kurt Warner started in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kurt Warner wasn't getting it done. They threw Eli in there.
Right.
It was time to put him in.
Daniel Jones going to start this year. Daniel Jones going to start.
Yeah, I could see that being what happens in New York.
So you
especially if all of these wide receivers are out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put a rookie in and your 3 top wide receivers are out.
You're going to get the same production?
You know,
That's what you gonna get.
so I mean, true.
Saquon left,
But-
Saquon right, Saquon up the
Yeah,
middle.
so
yeah, pretty much. So.
And I think you
Pass to Saquon.
I think
You want to
leave-
build that tandem.
I thought, listen, know what it'll be, because this is what we know. This is a fact. They probably not going to the playoffs, and they nowhere near Super Bowl contender. So guess what I'm gonna have? My rookie.
problem.
Guess what I'm gonna have in my QB system? We're gonna have a 2-man quarterback system, and that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I think he's going to
Did
play.
in
Man.
Arizona that time?
Why wouldn't you?
2 drops.
You gonna get this
Or-
rookie
or
gonna
do
get a
you-
taste of this.
or
I
do
need
you
to find
feel-
out what he has
Or do
too.
you think
Because his
they,
record stinks too.
or you think they realized what he had and they reached too far?
They reached too far. Absolutely,
You think they reached too far?
Listen,
Grab him at 6. Was he worth
listen,
6?
Listen. If you, and this is just
Haskins gonna make him
Go
pay for that.
look- go
I'll
look.
tell you that right now.
go look at this quarterback, Daniel, right, from Duke. Look at what he possessed as a quarterback, and tell me why you would even take him over Haskins.
Yep.
Just look at that. It doesn't make economic sense.
No
It
sense
doesn't
at
make
all.
talent sense.
The
It doesn't
Mannings
make nothing.
co-signed
So
him.
You know what it was?
So the one,
You just
Go ahead.
And this is the thing that saves GMs and stuff. They'll go back to players that nobody had an idea
yeah.
that this guy was going to be good. That's what this is.
So
right there.
I'll
That's
give
what they
you-
banking on this.
I'll give you the one thing that's playing in Jones's favor though is Mitch Trubisky, because he was a guy when he was drafted. Nobody expected him to go with the number 2 pick in the draft. Nobody was thinking about.
But he did some good stuff.
His
You know,
tape
he
looked
was-
way better than Daniel.
But,
Right,
but
exactly.
nobody,
Exactly.
I'm with you.
nobody,
But
nobody was thinking
he
that.
looked way better
And
than
again,
Daniel.
like North Carolina is a better school football wise than Duke. Right, that's what Daniel
just a
Jones.
tad, just a
And
tad,
They've
just
been
a tad.
the last few years. They've been better.
They in the same boat.
So you know, we don't know what type of talent this guy had around him in the in the ACC.
Yeah,
to
we
play
know a
with
little
him,
bit. We
right?
know a little bit.
So, and that's just like that's another thing. Like Cutler at Vanderbilt, he didn't have the most superior talent, but his talent, you know what I mean, and he turned out to be a middle of the road guy, but his
Right.
talent was his talent. You know what I'm saying? And so it's the same thing with this guy.
Big Ben,
And-
Miami, Ohio.
Right. So I think I just think, man, the guy with Trubisky, them guys jumping up to get Trubisky when they didn't think, you had Watson and all them other dudes
Right.
who you could have got, which went later, right? And I think that's what played into this move. They looked at that and said, hey, they did it. It's working out.
I'm gonna call
You
a
know, we
spade a
can do
spade.
it.
They ain't want a black quarterback.
Could be. Could
That's
possibly
what
be.
it, that's
It's
what it was.
definitely something fishy.
I mean, you gotta think too. When you talk about Haskins, remember this is the guy that had a press conference to announce that he was staying in school. Mm-hmm. You remember that after the bowl game?
Yeah.
He made a big to do about staying in school.
Mm-hmm.
So if he was just staying in school, you didn't have to say anything. You could have just stayed. You just stay.
yeah.
You make an announcement that you coming out. He went and got the pastor, and he went and got all these people. This big old press
He
conference.
ain't
to
go
say,
to the pastor, did he?
yeah, the pastor was there.
Pastor was in the building soon.
I'm staying in
Yeah.
school. So, those are things too that NFL teams and businesses look at. Man, do we want to invite this headache, this circus to town with our quarterback? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just speaking. I'm just speaking. You know what I mean? I'm playing devil's advocate right now. But,
You got to.
as far as this guy starting, with Eli still being there, I wouldn't start him. If Eli wasn't there, I would start him.
Hey, you got the same quarterback to me. And if one is worse than the other, then they probably need to be out the league.
Yeah, you gotta mix it up.
It probably bang on ice. Just like bang on
We got that AFC East.
Yeah,
in
we
the building.
we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna jump back into AFC East. We'll be back in a second. All right, peace.
All right.
You took a break today?
Exactly. That's where you can separate like that special cat from that, and then the system.
And we're back. We had a little technical difficulty, but we're back live streaming. Fellas, we are in the cut. We're talking about the AFC.
We Mike's rolling.
Mike's rolling.
Mike's rolling. We got some shout outs too. So
shout him out.
We got Mr. Bobby Huntley. How are you, man? Film producer, director. What's up, brother? Cousin Bob Farmer. Helena Hamilton. Miss Hernandez. My cousin Omar Higgs. He says he wants to come down on the show. He's a Birds fan. I told him to come on. We open for the ranch. You know what we do down here.
We wide open.
Tommy Brown, Boogie Brown. We know how you get down. How are you, man? Mr. Robert Green. Taj Diller, still looking for you, man. I've been looking for you for about 10, 12 years. Thank goodness for Facebook, man. You need to come down on our show, too. Miss Julia Gifford, how are you? Thanks for joining. Big Deuce, what's up, brother?
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for
Cousin
tuning
Trey
in.
Farmer. Jen Stewart. R.K. Castro, fourth born. What's up, brother? And Maisha Aziz, how are you?
Definitely.
Mr. Josh Busher, the real estate guru. Thanks for joining, man.
Definitely. I wanted to jump into the AFC East. We'll start with the division that had the Super Bowl representative last year going in. Won by the New England Patriots. They handled their business last year in a slugfest of a Super Bowl. The AFC East. Patriots won the division 11-5. The Dolphins were 7-9. Bills 6-10, and those New York Football Jets were 4-2 last year.
Is that what they were?
I mean, and we always talk about this division being vaunted. I'm only joking. Jonathan gives them no credit.
I'm with Jonathan on this.
Gives them no credit. Coming back, we got the most thing. I always start off when you start off talking about a division. You start to talk about anything because there's two people that have a record: the coach and the quarterback. And you talk about the coaches here. Moving forward with them, you got to have Belichick has the big advantage. I mean, it can't get no more than an advantage than Belichick. Gaze is new to the Jets, and you got Scott McDermott, who's been back with the Bills, and you got I forget the Miami's coach name escapes me at the time.
Flores, that's the kid.
Flores
from Belichick's
from
staff.
Belichick, yeah, he was from Belichick's staff. He was defensive coordinator last year. So moving forward. What are your general impressions of the AFC East? We talk about them a lot. Let's quickly.
We do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jonathan, you think this is one of the greatest divisions ever. Usually, you've always lauded them as one of the toughest roads to get anywhere.
Oh, man.
So quick, what do you think?
That's we can just say Buffalo have a good season since they played y'all in the Super Bowl. Might not have had a winning season since they played y'all in the Super
30?
Bowl.
Buffalo was just in the playoffs 2 years ago.
They might have had a winning.
Buffalo was just in the
They
playoffs
might
2
have had
years
a winning
ago.
season. We
Kelly
know
got to be the saddest quarterback ever as far as regret.
we know Rex
Four Super Bowls
trick his
back
way
to
into
back.
the acting like he gonna do something once in a while.
I know he's on suicide watch.
He was trying. He was trying.
And then we not even gonna talk about what was that joint they was running with the shotgun? What was it called?
Wildcat.
The Wildcat Dolphins. Everybody was trying little gimmicks. They all three of them.
Hey, it was working.
It
It worked till we started watching tape.
Yeah, till we knew we gonna run every play.
It still works.
Yeah, it do.
Single wing, it still works.
Yeah,
Every now and then.
but-
It's a numbers thing.
I mean, the college is nothing but the single wing now. They go back.
Yeah.
Who comes
Basically,
around?
what they're running right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian Flores.
Brian Flores.
He was the defensive coordinator from the Patriots last year.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I'm gonna give New England the coaching edge in this division. But don't quote me on that.
Said
I'm-
slightly
You sure-
edge.
you sure
put something on that?
narrows
You sure you want to go out on that limb?
we can.
You sure you want to go out on that limb?
I mean, if you add all three of them up, like Belichick, moving forward. But it'll be interesting to see. Belichick had to be a young guy at one time. Maybe one of these guys will take over. But usually Belichick assistants haven't done great after leaving him. Gaze, I don't know what's so spectacular about him. And McDermott's all right. I mean, but we'll see. But like we said, the coaches and the quarterbacks have a record. So if you look, moving forward, the quarterbacks, and then here's again another slight edge goes to New England.
Slight.
Very slight.
Slight edge with Tom Brady, coming in there. But that's another interesting thing. If you look at Miami, why would you play Fitz? Because you know what he is, unless you're trying to have veterans have some hope. You got to go with Rosen. Unless you're trying to make sure you want one of these quarterbacks coming out of college here, so make sure your record's bad enough. You got to play Rosen to see what you have.
So that's what's going to happen. If you play Rosen and he struggles like rookies and young quarterbacks does, you'll get a better draft pick, right? You're not going to win the division. So you might as well play Rosen. Let him take his lumps, develop, make his mistakes, live with them, and with every mistake he makes, we're closer to getting that number 1 pick.
Trade Fitz to a team that got a quarterback that get injured midway through the season, and Fitz feel like they can still make the dance.
Possibly, but I would
win 4 games for you.
You keep Fitz to be that older guy, that veteran in his ear when he makes a mistake to come off and let him know, hey man, everybody makes that mistake. They fooled you. You won't do it again. You saw it now. You keep Fitz to keep that guy's his confidence up, because trust me, Fitzpatrick doesn't have a problem sitting on the bench collecting the check.
Yeah, no problem.
You know what I'm saying? So to say that you got to sit on the bench collecting the check and mentor the young guy.
Fitz, man. I think Fitz won't play.
Nah, Fitz, man, he went to Princeton, man. He don't have a problem.
Fitz went to Harvard. It's all
Harvard,
business.
okay,
It's all
Harvard.
business for Fitz.
Yeah,
Fitz collecting that money and he putting it on top of things.
Yeah, he understands.
That 20 mil is 100 now for him.
He understands rate of return.
Absolutely.
I'm getting these $5 million and I'm sitting on the bench. I'm not getting beat up.
And the pension goes up and up.
Yeah,
up and up.
So he's good. He's good. He's a smart guy.
Kind of Harvard. Look at the beard. He a Viking, man.
Nah, he's a smart guy.
I mean, listen.
He
can wear that beard forever as long as he got 100. When you make 100 mil over time, you can wear that wherever you want to go.
Whether you play football or you're a jock or not, you went to Harvard. You're a smart guy.
Oh, you in?
He's a smart
and
guy.
you can look the way you want to look.
He's real smart. He already know what he's doing.
Right.
When he retires.
So he could actually parlay this position into a coaching job if he mentors this kid.
Yeah.
And develops a relationship with this kid.
You're right.
Now you know what? I'm gonna retire and I'll just be the quarterback's coach with your quarterback for the next 10 years because he won't be going.
Sky's the limit for Fitz.
And I'll be collecting checks.
Listen, on the educational tip,
you're right.
when you go to Harvard, you already rich. How about that? And then you want to give me the liquid, so I'm rich.
Mm-hmm. See that on the resume. You went to Harvard, you're hired.
Rich.
So we already know the Patriots will win this division going away.
I'm going out with the shocker. I'm going out with the shocker.
So should we pick the
listen
second?
to this. Hold on, I'm about to make this right now.
All right, you go ahead and make it, and I'm gonna ask you to pee in the cup afterwards.
The New England Patriots will not win this division by more than 3 games.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm with you. I got the Jets.
No urine test for you.
I got the Jets, man.
That's a
lump
right
still.
behind. That's still a lump.
3 games.
3 games. They doing 12 and 4 and 7s and 9s. They okay. That's
I think without Gronk,
they'd be 12 and 4. The Jets will be right behind them with 3 games, 9 and 7. No, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I
like that.
They won't. I want to take a look and see New England. They lost what they had moved on from. They had some.
N'Keal Harry, that's a great pickup by them.
Yeah. The wide receiver, he's big, he's physical.
Football pickup.
He can play a lot of positions and line him up all over the field for mismatches. It's the things that the New England Patriots really like to do.
Oh, they picked up Michael Bennett.
Yeah, I think he got hurt though. I think he tore his ACL.
Yeah, he did. He did pick up him.
Tore his ACL.
Yeah, I think he got hurt his Achilles or something. I think he did. We can check that.
Okay, Michael Bennett.
We need to get a fact.
You had a great career, man.
Demarius Thomas starting off on the PUP list also.
Yeah, so they got Dytro and
but he ain't got that much in the tank left.
Yeah,
we'll catch them guys around week 12.
Yeah, so you'll see when they'll come back rested up. You know what your veterans
Josh
are.
Gordon's still in play too. Don't forget that.
Yeah, Josh Gordon is still in play.
They got some sneaky pieces that they gonna pull out, like you said, week 12.
That's what sneaky people do.
Yeah,
that's what
gate people, spy gate.
And it'll be interesting to see, as they move forward. With New England. New England develops. I mean, that's the whole thing. They develop, they get you in your scheme, and get ready to play. Be interesting without the cheat code Gronk when things get tight.
He said he might come out retirement at the end of the season.
Yeah,
so it's the Patriots we talking about.
But
they got a lot of little cards up their sleeve when they playing this
Gronk looks like a small forward now. Have you seen him?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't seen him.
Listen, Gronk is Gronk 30?
Mm-hmm.
He 30.
He should be 30. Yeah.
All right,
he's
so
about 30, yeah,
Brock's a
29,
party
30.
animal. He saved up. They say he don't spend any money. He still got a 6-pack. It's on.
Yeah.
He coming back.
Oh, it's on. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
He said I don't know if he's gonna be.
He can say what he wants.
He said
I know
coming
he
back.
looks like he's 45, 50 pounds lighter. Like he looks small.
He said
thin.
he coming back. That's
It'd be
I
interesting.
don't know
He
if
might.
is.
He might rest.
He said
he might
it,
be
though.
one of those dudes that rest.
He said it. He
for
said
a year or two and come
he
back.
said don't count me out come playoff time.
I'll give him that.
That's what he said.
I'll give him that.
And he that crazy enough.
He saved his checks. They say he don't cash no checks
I think
either.
he
So
mean.
you know,
Yeah, he's gonna put. Look at
find him at a beach near you.
Brock look wore out though in
Yeah.
that field, man. He
Yeah.
look wore out, man.
Oh
Like,
yeah, because
he look-
Belichick gonna squeeze.
He
He
got
gonna
so
ring.
many
Belichick's
pads
gonna
and
ring you out just like
different
the
arm braces
the
and
wash
stuff.
rag in the shower.
He look
like-
like he like 55 on the field, man.
Man,
That's
dude.
Belichick. Oh,
He
you
look
ready to
wore
play?
out,
Okay,
man.
then
Like
get out there.
like AC Green out there with
Yeah, he look wore
That
out.
what he looking like?
Hey, just for note, Michael Bennett of the Falcons tore his Achilles.
Oh, okay, my
Tore
fault.
his,
Thanks. Cool.
His Achilles broke his ankle.
Broke his ankle. Okay, cool.
No,
So,
Michael Bennett.
Yeah.
other Michael Bennett.
I don't like when these guys.
There's a lot
get
of
hurt.
Michael Bennett.
I
Yeah,
feel like I got hurt.
Yeah, definitely. So Michael Bennett's still in play. Interesting enough, he hates the Patriots, but he goes sign that check. It's all about that loot.
Oh yeah,
Business,
yeah,
baby.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
business
all
decision.
business.
Business decision when it comes down to the last. All right, the Miami Dolphins. Notable draft pick, defensive tackle Christian Wilkinson, guard Michael Dieter, key acquisitions Josh Rosen, quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick, tight end Dwayne Allen, cornerback Eric Rowe, and wide receiver Devontae Packer. They lost Tannehill, Cameron Wake, Juwan James, Danny Amendola, center guard Josh Simpson, running back Frank Gore,
Big homie.
and C. Travis Winston.
I know Gore went to the Bills.
Yeah, so I mean, Gore's still playing. He loves the football game. He's
Yeah,
a
Gore's trying
lifer.
to get that number right
Yeah,
before
yeah.
he walks off.
He
Because
trying to-
he's up there
he
as far as that
trying to
rushing
be-
thing.
he
Oh,
trying to-
yeah.
I mean, they're gonna be.
on that
I mean,
list.
I think we don't know what the Dolphins going to be. They may be trying to get one of these quarterbacks that's coming out, the kid from Alabama or whoever. So you don't know. It'll be interesting to see. We'll know early about who plays quarterback.
I hope the Broncos
I mean, they
get that
just
boy
they
from Clemson
gave up on
somehow.
Tannehill. They said Tannehill wasn't the guy after seeing that and finally reconciling that. Got Josh Rosen and bringing Fitzpatrick as a stopgap or a safety gap if Rosen turns out to be not what they think or he can't handle the position. Moving forward, the Dolphins look like it'll be interesting. We don't think they're going to win a division. We don't think they're going to make the playoffs. They're putting themselves in position.
When did we ever think that about them?
Yeah, it's been a minute for the Miami Dolphins on exactly what they're trying to do, what they're trying to get accomplished.
Great place to visit.
Yeah, definitely.
Does Frank Gore catch his Barry this year?
I don't know how much people don't even run the ball. I have to see what their offense is like. They may try to pound the ball or hold.
Frank Gore at 14-7, Barry at 15-2.
Yeah, he needs 1,000. I don't know if he gets 1,000 this year.
Hey, he might squeeze that out.
Yeah,
Depends
you don't
on
know.
how many
Little less than
carries.
1,000.
And
Little less than
this is
1,000.
it for him, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
He got a guy in front of him, Marlon Mack. If he's healthy, Frank Gore won't get
Yeah,
that.
yeah, he's not gonna get the touches. Yeah, how many touches he's gonna get? Oh, the Bills, the Buffalo Bills, draft pick, defensive tackle Ed Oliver, guard Cody Ford, running back Devin Singletary, key acquisitions and re-signings, center Mitch Morse, wide receiver Cole Beasley, Dallas Cowboys. Know a lot about that. It's about that money. Cole going up there to Buffalo. Where's Cole going to try to work his magic? Defensive tackle, center guard Spencer Long. Key losses: guard John Miller, defensive tackle Kyle Williams, and tight end Charles Clay.
It's a big loss there, Charles Clay.
Yeah, he
Yes,
was a solid
yes, it
player.
is.
Kyle Williams too. He was a solid. He was a stud for many years, and later years he's a solid veteran ball player, leader on that team.
Yeah, he played well for them. I mean, so it'll be interesting to see, moving forward how things work out for the Buffalo Bills. Quick, playoff contender or not?
No,
No.
You want me to add on to them?
I think
No.
And another nay.
Bills speak for all of
No,
us.
no.
Ixnay on the AOF play.
in that
Big leg.
conversation.
And that's
That topic.
one of those organizations we already talked about. That it's just great to own.
Yeah.
I think if the quarterback continues to develop, though, we know he's a great athlete. He can run. He has a big arm.
Oh, yeah.
So if he can develop into a pro quarterback that can make all of the reads and all the throws, then he'll be the guy. He can carry that team
Yeah.
to some wins.
It's up to the owner
cool
to
for
figure
years to
out.
come.
Yeah.
But this
If he
season
develops.
coming up, if he develops, that'd be cool in another couple years.
Right.
This season,
He'll keep fans in the stands.
Nah,
You know.
they not doing nothing.
Come on.
Yeah, ain't no-
Interesting.
5
No
wins.
belief in the Bills.
I give them 5 maybe.
The New York Football Jets. The New York Jets. Defensive tackle Quentin Williams, outside linebacker Jashai Politi, I guess that's how you pronounce his name. Key acquisitions for who the bell tolls: Le'Veon Bell, linebacker C.J. Mosley, wide receiver Jamison Crowder, offensive guard Kalikli Osimile, defensive end Harry Anderson, and cornerback Brian Pohl. Key losses: guard James Carpenter, cornerback Buster Skrine, defensive tackle Mike Pennell, and center Spencer Long, and linebacker Darian Lee. Young quarterback, looking for the progression of their young quarterback to keep moving forward. Le'Veon Bell should have a lot to help with Sam Darnold becoming a better player.
Hey, listen, this is all about the fight for New York. This is all about.
Yeah.
I think they win.
Who's
that
the best
fight
team in
hands
New
down.
York?
Yeah, Jets.
That's it.
I think
And we
No,
gonna
no
stop it
playoff
right there.
aspirations here.
I don't know about that, but I think the Jets
I think they'll
will be
flirt
okay.
with it, but not make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if
8 and 8,
Rosen,
9 and 7.
Rosen showed he had some flashes last year, man, some good play. So I
Yeah.
think if
Once I heard,
depending on Gase, new coordinator coming in, that could be tough on the young guy changing schemes.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
now
with
you
you
got
right
new
there.
players to get with, but I just the Jets, man, it's dysfunction, man. I don't like the fact that the coach is coming in and the GM's getting fired after the draft.
Yeah, you
I
go.
like the
That's- I was
underrated
about to go there.
receivers, man. I
I was
like
about to go
Robbie
there.
Anderson.
I like Robbie Anderson
I
and
like
them guys.
what's the boy, the African name?
he's been around for a minute.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
I like
them.
him.
Yeah.
I like them guys. Nunwa, Quincy.
Yeah,
Nunwa. I
Nunwa.
like them.
Yeah, I like
them
him.
guys. I like the pieces that they
Then
have.
you add Crowder to that.
Right, Crowder. I don't know if I like the coach. Like what did he show us in Miami that made us say that he's going to be this great coach?
I'm
He's
with
a
you. I'm with you
coordinator.
on that.
He's a great
He's a great
good
coordinator.
coordinator.
Yeah.
Right.
But what did he
He
show
did
us?
his thing with them.
Yeah, what did
Did
he
his thing
show
with
us?
them.
Right, he didn't show me. He was a guy that was able to tailor the offense to Tebow 1 year, Peyton Manning the next few
But
years.
maybe that was more so the quarterback he had with Tannehill. Tannehill not that.
It could be. It could be.
So that's why I'm with you.
be.
I'm on the fence with him. This is his. We seen what Darnold could do last season.
We'll see.
So it's like, do we take Darnold to that next step? So this gonna be his, basically his make or break me.
Well, I
Type
agree.
situation.
Listen.
I don't like about Bell.
What you say?
Why do you pick this team?
Because they gave them money.
They gave him the most money.
He
I'm
picked
sure
them.
nobody else.
They picked
I'm
him.
sure Bags was out there.
That was it.
That
That
was
was
it
it
right
right
there.
there. So you got
Mosley went there too.
So you got to understand.
CJ Mosley
Who
went
was
there
giving the
too.
money?
Mosley went there. Listen,
What you got to understand with the NFL is, man, you got 32 people. It's easy to contain something when you got 32 people, right? So when you got 32 owners that's saying, we not going to let these players dictate to us what they going to do. You know what I'm saying? So if Le'Veon Bell would have sat out last year and got a super high contract that he thought he was going to get, that would have prompted more players to do the same thing.
Wasn't nobody.
So the
messing
fact
with
that
Bell.
Le'Veon Bell didn't have that many offers like he
I think it
thought,
was one other offer, right?
that deters other players from doing what he did. You know what I'm saying? So, it was calculated. But the Jets offered him the most money. That's why he took it.
listen. This is why I'm not feeling the Jets, and this is from the door. Now I like what they did. I mean, Mosley's one of the best out there. He's gonna hold it all the way down. We know what Bell brings to the table, but at the same time, you got a GM coach that came in and said, "If it was me, I wouldn't have paid Bell that money, and I wouldn't have gave Mosley that money." So now I'm coming to work, and I'm these two guys. I'm staring right at you every day because you talked about my money. You're not even worrying about the team.
Well, I don't deserve this.
Yeah, I don't deserve. Okay, I got you. So how about before I even start hitting and putting the pads on people, F you, because you said I'm not even supposed to be here. So now I got to deal with you all year, and I got to keep looking at you because I'm not gonna speak
Now,
to you.
I'm gonna question the plays you call.
You know,
You
exactly.
don't deserve.
I'm gonna
to get the
question
money.
everything.
Everything
Because
you do.
you started counting my money, how much my worth
Well,
is.
he didn't say he didn't want you. He just said he wants you for the check.
Nah. You're not gonna get me if you don't have that dollar right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what he said.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get me if the
He
dollar's
said
not
it was
right.
about the bag.
That ain't his
It's about
job,
the bag. When you don't want me for that
It's
dollar.
not coming from his pocket.
You telling me to go someplace
It
else?
ain't coming from his pocket.
Right. So now I'm looking at you
Like
every
that's
day.
making him lose a paycheck every week.
Yeah.
Nah,
now
it's
I'm looking
not.
at you every day while I'm coming to work.
And it's a player that's gonna help
when
you
I
all
make
win.
a great play over there, I'm gonna stare at you. So that's how that goes.
Every time.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Jump
jump.
point at you too.
So to summarize this, we got New England taking this division. We got 3 teams that,
Oh, hands down.
we really don't think are playoff contenders in the division, except for New England. Moving forward, we'll do our official picks later in the month of August. Make our official predictions, get through camp. But I want to jump into the next division. The next division, that NFC West.
Mm-hmm.
The NFC West.
Soon as you start the season, it's on. Watch that San Fran. Watch
Definitely.
that San Fran.
They got the Rams defending NFC champions. Questionable. People feel they got a call or two to help them along the way.
San Fran, so you go home.
Definitely.
So I'm gonna tell you this about how I'm gonna jump it off from I'm going out on a real limb.
Oh, you want to?
I'm going out on a real
Don't say
limb
the Cardinals.
right now.
Don't say the Cardinals.
The San Francisco 49ers will win this division.
That ain't too much of a limb.
I'm going out on the limb and say the San Francisco 49ers will win this division.
I got a different take on this. I got this division been up for grabs.
Oh, it is up for grabs.
Huh?
Up for grabs.
Huh?
Like it ain't the.
So you not giving the Rams the
I'm
thing?
not giving it to the Rams.
No. Who you giving it to?
You to anybody.
Huh?
But the Cardinals.
I'm giving it to the
Even the
San
Cardinals?
Francisco
That's it, but the Cardinals.
49ers. That's what I'm giving it to.
Look.
Yep, so
Write it
Seattle
down.
can win it?
Seattle can win it.
Seattle can win it, but I'm giving the Niners. Write it down.
They can. They can.
What's
Between
today?
two teams.
What's
The
today?
Niners.
Who the two?
July
Rams, San Fran.
27th. July
I got
27th.
Seattle been a sneaky contender.
They can be sneaky all they want.
Listen.
It's Rams and
July 27th.
You can't.
July
What do the
27th, Doug.
49ers
Go
do
to the
to give
tape.
them like the?
Hold on.
everything is there. Everything is
making
there.
a
They
move.
just didn't have a healthy quarterback.
D4 on that line now.
But this healthy quarterback didn't even prove itself yet.
D4 on that
There's a
line
lot of
now.
guys like that.
D-
It's not a,
D-
who you talking about? Who you talking about?
Garoppolo.
It's not about the quarterback.
Now I'm going off what he said.
It's not about the quarterback. Listen to me, man. It's the coach.
And the
It's the
GM.
coach.
And the GM.
And the GM. It's the coach. But listen, all right.
The
once
core is
G-
in place.
So the GM got
look
the
at the
players
coaches.
on the
We got-
field. It's the coach. It's the scheme. These guys.
Who's the coaches?
Was
Oh, they
down
ready.
These guys were down to Nick Mullins, man. And they were still in games last year.
You're right.
With Nick Mullins,
Who?
they were still in. Exactly. Who?
Who?
You hear the energy over
They-
here soon?
Hold on. Hold on.
Who they play with what?
So
Who?
that
Who?
Chucky
Who?
Mullins,
Who?
they
He's
was
an
down
owl now. Who?
Did he say Chris Mullins?
They was down
He's
to their
an owl.
third
Who?
string
Only
quarterback.
Mullins I know is
Third
Chris.
string.
They had their third string quarterback in. They was down to their third string running back.
Third string.
You know what I'm saying? Because their second string was dipping in and out. He was hurt. So they was down to their third string running back, right? And they was still in just about every game last year.
Garoppolo's
See-
it's Garoppolo.
See, let me
you got
look.
137.
Let me see.
Right, so
Let
now
me
you
tell
get
you.
your QB back.
They lose a week
So
one.
you look at the
though.
coach,
I
you
check their week one
You get
schedule.
your so
They
so
lose in
so.
week one, man.
This is a stat that I got.
going
I can't
to
take credit for it. This was a stat that I got. Kyle Shanahan with Garoppolo, if I'm not mistaken, their record is 6-2 with Garoppolo.
Garoppolo played that many games.
Remember, he came the year before
Yeah, played some.
and he played some. Then he got hurt in the beginning of last year.
Yeah.
Remember, they traded 2 years ago. He
Yeah,
played
yeah.
some.
He played like 4 games.
Yeah, they 6-2. Shanahan and Garoppolo is 6-2.
Look,
And the 2 games they lost was close losses.
Yeah.
They are 6-2.
Garoppolo got to show me, man.
listen.
I'm just
Nate
saying.
not buying it.
I
I'm
ain't
just
buying
saying.
it.
It ain't
I'll
about.
watch from the sideline. I ain't buying it, though.
It's not about what Garoppolo is going to go out
Nate's
and just win us
Missouri.
these
You gotta
games.
show me stuff.
So that was shown when you bring in Nick Mullins and we stay competitive. It's about Garoppolo going out there and not losing us these games and making these mistakes. They did it with
Listen.
Beathard.
I'm
They
with
did
you.
it with
Your
Mullins.
logic makes perfect sense. I'm with you.
Shanahan, man,
You
that
always
running
convinced me to put a
game.
bet in, so I feel like
Look.
today's playing we won.
look.
Who
All
they
it,
play week 1?
Doug, is there
I'm
is
fine
there
with
is
that,
there a
man.
Vegas
I'm a
wager?
Bavarians
Is there a
fan.
Dover Downs
I
wager
believe
on
in
the San
Bruce.
Francisco thing?
San
looking at pizza.
Francisco. If there's a bet to say if there's a, I don't know, because I'm not a better. Nate, maybe you can help me out, right? If there's a
Extreme
bet
bet.
where you could bet on the division winners,
You can.
I'm betting on San. I want to bet on San Francisco.
How much you going in, Doug? Just for the people's sake.
It depends on the odds.
Because we know what talks and we know what runs the marathon.
It depends on the odds, but I got at least $100 on San Francisco winning this division.
I'm gonna have the odds for you before the end of the day.
All right, I might have to I might have to get a piece of that.
All right, let's just go all the way.
I want to take a look at the coaches though. Look at the.
That's just what I'm saying. Let's just go like you said
I ain't
earlier.
counting Seahawks out, man.
When the Seahawks got Carl, we seen the energy. Like you seen the energy in them. Like when you broke down the coach.
Here you go.
Make sure you get my $20. Don't steal my $20 from upstairs.
Live on the air. It gets real in here.
You want the tips?
No, she'll need the tips.
So we seen the energy in the team. You know, when the Rams. The thing with the Rams, you know, you can't put the Rams nowhere near where you had them at because this man got arthritis in his knees. And we seen once when that arthritis hit him what he was able to do in the playoffs.
Was he largely responsible for what was going on?
He's
with
entirely largely.
I just know they were just slinging the ball.
No, he's passing out the flat. Like we just said, the Cowboys is picking up their offense. I'm talking about Gurley.
Yeah.
The Cowboys is all about Gurley. That
It's all
offense
about the running
is
game.
all
The
Gurley.
running game.
Yeah.
And so
Gurley
with
action.
Gurley with arthritis, we seen what they could do. We seen how they couldn't even win a game where Patriots only scored
3 points. They scored 3 points in that game, right?
Yeah, we
If
see
I'm
how
mistaken.
they couldn't win a game with the Patriots only scoring what, 13?
So you figure with
This
Gurley,
is a high flying. This is the second scoring offense to the Chiefs.
right? Even with C.J. Anderson
down 3
running
points.
like he was running,
I'm with you.
Goff was still completing less than just about 50% of his passes.
And
which
this is
is
a high
terrible,
flying
which is
offense.
terrible.
This is the offense that's second to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And then without Gurley, you only put up 3
That's
points.
because Golf ain't who he say he is.
So yeah,
Correct.
Right.
Well, you
That's what he
on
said.
you
That's
on
how
the
it
Rams
is.
though.
He ain't who he
You
say
a
he
Rams
is.
fan though. You on the Rams.
I ain't a Ram fan. When I say
you got them coming out.
I ain't say that.
Who you say?
I said I like the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
I like San Fran.
All right. The reason why
San Fran,
I'm not sold on Jimmy G.
What about Arizona? Kyle Murray coming in?
I like Kyle Murray. I like it.
He gotta show me.
And I think
I'm
he
with
will
that.
surprise people.
He
I
gotta
don't
show
think they
me.
got enough.
The thing about Jimmy GQ, I'm a Niners fan, but I'm not super sold because I'm like I seen so many quarterbacks come out of the Patriots and not do what they was worth. But just listening to him, like when he was mic'd up and listening to him how he broke the defense down, like this guy is real smart.
Dude,
Jimmy G.
He's played
Jimmy
8
G.
games. He started 8 games for San Francisco, and they're 6-2.
Yeah, they're 6-2. A couple of games were meaningless
set up.
games,
It's
but
ready.
one
They
game,
ready.
1 or 2 games were playoff. The other team needed to get in the
Tough
playoffs.
to win in the NFL.
Yeah, and
6-2.
listen, 2 of the games the teams had to get in. I think it was like Jacksonville. Somebody had to get in, and they beat them. They had home field advantage, so we took it from them.
all my stuff live on the air either, man.
Yeah.
But when he broke it down,
But we're for the people.
when he broke, what sold me on him a little bit was when he went back to the huddle. He said, "Listen, the safeties are too wide. We're gonna go down the middle and score a touchdown." And he went down the middle and threw 3 strikes back to back to back, and when they scored a touchdown, he said like he is some like how we say Jordan. Like how we say, I'm going on a limb. Like how we say Kobe is Jordan.
Jordan, you putting
He has
wait a
that
minute.
Brady. He really listened to what Brady was doing.
I ain't saying all that.
I'm not calling him Brady,
Yeah,
but what I'm
yeah,
saying is
yeah.
he
Look,
listens to Brady,
so-
and his scheme, his
listen.
brain is on that level.
Garoppolo, Brady, Jordan, and Kobe should never find themselves between a subject and a predicate.
We saying that right now until he proves it, and now you're saying, "Oh, I see why they was ready to kick Brady
The
out."
only thing, the only thing here,
Until
I'm
he proves it.
gonna hit this right now. The only thing
wanna-
Garoppolo is right now, he's a mob boss. Right?
I mean, he's dating a professional industry chick.
Yeah, so he's running numbers. He's doing all that. So this is where I'm gonna go.
But
Now,
he got
as
to do
far
at
as-
least for a season before I have that. It's
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I'm not completely sold on it, but I'm just saying when I listen to him mic'd up,
I
You feel
he broke
good.
down.
You just feel good right
He
now.
broke
I
down
like
a lot
at
of
least 20
defense.
starts.
This is
to
where
get me something.
my
Yo,
confidence comes
You know
from.
who else
San
break down
Francisco.
defenses? Sean McVay, but he can't step out on that field.
Right. So this is where my
don't
confidence.
matter.
This is where my
matter.
confidence comes for San Francisco. They lost
feel you,
Garoppolo.
though.
They lost their running backs. They still were competitive. How
Didn't
many
fall off the
teams?
cliff.
How
Yeah.
many teams lose their starting quarterback?
Yeah.
Their backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Bring in a guy
Look
that's
at Dallas
never
when they lost
played.
their left
They was
tackle
in
in
the games,
Atlanta.
but they ain't win, man.
But
that's
I
a
agree.
big-
So
if
that's
you
why-
watch
this is
football,
why-
You're right.
That's
dog.
why I give him the
I'm
coaching.
messing with you. You're right.
Right.
I'm with
So
you.
they're in the
I'm with
game.
you.
So
they
now you
shouldn't be
say
in the game.
Yeah, they shouldn't be
right.
in the game.
They shouldn't be in these
Right.
games. Now you bring in
They
your
had CJ
starters.
Beathard.
Now you bring
Yeah,
them all.
CJ Beathard.
Now you bring them all back.
Out
Plus,
there- out there
plus
playing good.
D4.
Yeah.
Plus
I'm with you.
D4. Don't forget D4.
Yeah, see, this is where I'm gonna go.
One of
So
the best
you see,
ends of the game.
So here
You
you
just
go.
convinced me to bet on them my whole life.
Yeah. So
I'm
now
gonna tell you right now.
So here you
Yeah.
go. So this
I'm rocking
is
with
the
him this
mentality that is going on over in San Fran now. Who's up top?
John Lynch.
John Lynch.
Yeah.
Boom. We already know what he brings
Smart
to the
guy,
table.
winner. Know
Right.
what it takes.
We know what he's
I
in.
think he's seen it better.
All right.
I'm
So
saving that though.
so here we
shit.
go next, right? We got John Lynch up top. Who's the coach?
Kyle Shanahan.
We like him.
We love him.
We love him.
Love him.
Okay. Now, you know what I heard him say more than anything? Now, they out of it. They not going nowhere. They not going to the playoffs. Remember, Garoppolo got hurt.
Right.
You know what he said? We going in this game. We trying to beat the Rams. You know what we trying to do? Because they supposed to be the top tier or whatever. We trying to start a rivalry.
Yeah.
Don't rest your players. We want to see what we got. Let's get it in.
You
Same
understand
sorry
this?
Rams.
Understand
They
this.
tell you.
Understand.
I know you know that song. Same sorry Rams.
And understand this.
That's why I ain't with the Rams.
And that's what I'm telling you. That's
Who
what
won
I'm
the
telling
MVP
you.
of the league
If your
2
brother
years
watch
ago?
ago.
if your brother watch it whole, he need to be
That's what I'm
worried.
telling you, man.
3 years
I ain't
ago.
with the Rams.
3 years ago, who was the MVP of the league? It was Matt Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Who went to the Super Bowl in the NFC? It was the Atlanta Falcons. They had the game won. They should have beat the Patriots.
Kyle Shanahan.
Who was the
I know
offensive
you about to
coordinator?
say. Shanahan.
What has happened to the
on.
Atlanta Falcons since he left? They fell off a cliff. Their offense looks nothing like the offense that went to the Super Bowl or the year before that. Their
Yeah, they
offense
hired,
looks nothing
they
like
hired
that.
from the used to be the coach of USC.
They hired Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
It looks nothing
Yeah,
like
no,
the
no,
offense
guy.
when Kyle Shanahan was running the offense.
I don't think it was Lane. It was the guy who was used
That's
to drink a
another
lot.
thing.
Oh, Scorsese.
Scorsese.
Yeah.
So,
I got a question.
So
Another mob
now,
boss.
Lane Kiffin, Kyle Shanahan, he takes these guys to the
Numbers
Super Bowl
right.
as the offensive coordinator because the head coach and the rest
Duke's
of the
comments
staff
are
was in
Duke's.
place. He comes in, they go to Super Bowl, they're running roughshod around the league. He leaves, that offense falls off a cliff, and meanwhile, San Francisco, you start to know these guys who you never knew, George Kittle. And
Kittle.
Who's the track star? Who's the track star? The kid
Goodwin.
that's the track star.
Goodwin.
Goodwin. You know what I'm saying? You start to know
like-
Matt
I like
Breida.
Goodwin.
Who knew who Matt Breida was?
Man,
You know what I'm saying? And,
one of the best waiver wire pickups
exactly.
in fantasy football.
And
Tell
this
you
is
that much.
this is Kyle Shanahan doing the same thing that his father did, what Nate said earlier, with guys like Alandis Gary and Mike Anderson and Troy Bell and these got Reuben Drones and you know what I mean. This is his father. This is him picking up where his father.
Clint
left
Portis
off
was
with
actually
this
good.
And right. So now it's like, okay, so now
definitely got that Mike Shanahan,
Kyle
man.
Shanahan done all of that, but now he's getting Clinton Portis back, essentially, right? And now he's getting, because don't forget the fact that they still got Breida, right? They bring McKinnon back. They also got Tevin Coleman from Atlanta, who Shanahan. Oh yeah, because he killed it that year when they went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Right.
And he know what he gonna bring.
They bring Garoppolo back, but if Garoppolo is out, we saw that Beathard and Mullins can get the job done. Dude, this team, listen, I'm telling you right now.
Oh yeah.
And you
San
add Nick
Francisco
Bosa. We're gonna do
49ers.
Watch out.
The defensive
They
line.
bringing D Ford
I ain't
on
sold-
one end.
I ain't sold
They got Nick
just yet,
Bosa
but
on
I'm
the
close,
other
though.
end, right?
I'm close.
D Ford
Listen,
on one end,
Get your
Nick
money
Four on
together.
one
You
end.
talking
Nick
some
Bosa
good
on the
stuff.
other
money
end.
together
Rookie
on
Nick
Sunday.
Bosa on the other
You
end.
talking some good stuff.
And listen, Nick Bosa got to perform because of what we seen.
And not to
No.
mention,
what we
I'm
seen
feel-
on Twitter.
I'm feeling this-
He got to
energy
perform
over here.
because of what he
Yeah.
did on Twitter. He
and
got
not,
to
got some
perform.
real good energy
and
going
not
on
to
over
mention,
here.
not to mention Garoppolo.
No, we talked about that.
Garoppolo and Shanahan is 6-2 in the 8 games they played together. Listen to me, man.
Okay.
And I'm a Cowboys fan, and I hate the 49ers because they were one of the teams that kind of knocked us off several years for Super Bowls. So this is coming from
Gotta
a
share the
place
wealth.
of I'm just letting it be known.
Look, man.
Listen, man.
I don't hate y'all.
I'm
What do
with
you?
you.
What do
I'm
you?
with you.
Nate over here trying to get his numbers together. That's what he doing.
What do you guys think about Kingsbury and the air raid offense coming to
I just bet the Rams
Arizona
won't win.
Arizona?
with Tyler
I
Murray?
think Kingsbury will have some. I think he'll have some early success, a la Chip Kelly, because nobody really knows what to expect. They haven't seen it.
Element
They
of
don't know
surprise.
what's coming, right? So I think it'll be whether he can sustain it or not. They have some playmakers, Christian Kirk, Larry Fitzgerald getting at the end of the rope, but he's a pro, so he'll still make
Yeah,
his
David
plays.
Johnson.
He'll do what he can do.
Johnson,
David
running back.
Johnson is there. They got some playmakers, and if Kyler Murray, who was the number 1 pick in the draft, right? If he's going to start,
I'm not a believer.
And if he can make the plays
not
and
against
Cliff
him, though.
Kingsbury can be creative and use him how he needs to use him, you know, what we don't know is how does that college offense that Cliff Kingsbury ran, how does that translate to the pro game?
Right, because he's running that offense.
So we'll see.
He's running that offense on a lawyer and a doctor.
Yeah.
You know, so now you running an offense with somebody with 8 kids that need that next contract. You know what I mean? So
right.
it's a little difference of that outside linebacker, that corner that's playing in the dime. You know, it's a little difference.
I'm looking at the pedigree. Kyler Murray, the only knock on him is what? Height.
He's 5'9".
That's
Cliff
it.
Kingsbury.
That's it.
Is he really 5'9"?
That's it. I don't
he's
know.
5'9".
But I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what I.
How
I'm
tall
gonna
is
tell you-
Breeze?
Breeze
He might be
is about
6 foot.
Breeze is 6 foot.
Hey,
so-
he taller than me.
All right. So how tall is Baker Mayfield?
Hold on. He listed at 6 foot.
Okay.
That's-
How tall is
that's-
Baker
Breeze
Mayfield?
I don't think he's 6
Breeze.
foot. Yeah.
How tall is
I
Baker
mean,
Mayfield?
But
Right.
in
Same height,
today's
short
NFL, you got
quarterbacks.
Breeze, you got Russell Wilson, you got
Right.
guys that are 6
short.
foot or under. You know. So
Yeah. So this is where I was going. All right, I'm looking at pedigree. All right. Now, sometimes you gotta look at athleticism,
he has that.
right? And what sport would he be playing if he wasn't playing football?
Baseball.
And guess what he would be
Shortstop.
rich doing? Playing baseball.
Yeah.
So it's something about thinking and athleticism and making throws, all that stuff, taking it in.
What do you guys think about Pete Carroll? But Pete Carroll's been there and he's
Pete
done
Carroll's
it.
a hell of a coach.
A hell of a coach.
Oh, hell of a
You think
coach.
he's-
The hell of a
and
coach and hell
they
of a motivator,
transitioned from the
everything.
Legion of Boom to a Russell Wilson offensive team now. They're going to try to build that the offensive line they put no money into. They're going to try to build that up. What do you guys think about Pete Carroll holding on? Like, can Pete Carroll bounce back with his team and say, look, Pete Carroll's like, look, I done it. I've been here. I done that in college. Don't forget. You know, don't, like Roy Jones said.
Pete's
I
getting
guess
up
you
there,
forgot,
though, isn't he?
Is,
That's
Pete
the thing.
Pete is old. Like you said,
Don't get me wrong, man. In picking San Francisco, I honestly think Seattle is going to be 2.
Yeah, like Pete is definitely, you know.
He's a hell of a coach, and he's a player's coach.
It's time, you know, every time everybody rides their ship and everybody, you know, the wave is over. And can Seattle fully convert into an offensive team that can
I
put
don't
up
think so.
28 points? I'm not a big believer. You know, I don't
You think Russell Wilson's a dime a dozen?
You know, I think Russell Wilson, not a dime a dozen. I don't think, because I call Russell Wilson a 2.0 McNabb. So I don't think McNabb is a dime a dozen. You know, so I wouldn't say, I ain't saying a dime a dozen. Don't put me on that.
You said Russell Wilson is a poor man's Quincy Carter.
No. Nah. What I'm saying is, you know, I don't think Russell can deliver in the pocket, you know, every night. If you put him in the pocket. And I don't think he has the weapons to deliver all night.
He
all
lost
day.
some weapons.
I agree with you there.
I don't think he
I
has
agree
the
with you
weapons.
there.
And I don't,
It'll definitely exploit
out
some
of the
things.
35 touchdown passes, how many
I
were out
like
of pocket?
DK Metcalf.
yeah. But it's like when you got beast mode, you can get off some passes.
Beast Mode hadn't been there for a minute. Beast
Yeah,
Mode was there last year.
Yeah,
Beast Mode was there last
He
year.
wasn't there 2 years. But when you got beast mode, you can convert something because we loading the box up. So I don't think he can deliver. You know, if you keep him in that pocket, that's just where I'm at. But
Okay.
Pete Carroll might have ran his course. But another question I got on offside: should we ever come to a time where it's time for assistants to break the bank? Because like you said, like when the Atlanta Falcons lost the quarter coach.
So some do.
Like when do you want to pay
Jason
an
Garrett got
assistant?
paid.
Like every assistant keeps leaving.
Some do.
'Cause they got
'cause
up
I know
there,
the
they wanna
Patriots.
go.
The Patriots paid McDaniels to stay
Yeah.
because they didn't want it. Remember,
Yeah,
he
he's
took
about to be the coach of the
Remember, he
Colts.
took the coach job and then he backed out of it. They
Right.
paid him. The Cowboys paid Garrett to stay, top dollar as an assistant. because
$3 million a
they knew
year.
He was the coach in waiting, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, it happens. It happens.
So here's
But
the
guys
thing,
want to
here's
better
the-
themselves. Guys want to go and be a head coach. I mean,
Right.
it's
Yeah,
like-
But not only that, it's okay. You paying me 1.5 to be an assistant. Somebody's trying to give me 6.5.
But that's what I'm saying.
Last time I checked, that's a $5 million
But that's
bump.
what I'm saying. When does it come a time where you pay the coach? When you pay the
Well,
assistant?
they have. I think what happens
what I'm
is
saying.
Well, sometimes if sometimes
jump
guess
the
what it's
gun
about.
to it.
Sometimes it's about if I'm your boss, right? I'll bring you in and you up under me, and I've been paying you $500,000 or $1 million for 7 years. Guess what? You proven to me working under me that you are an established guy, and it might be time for me to just say, you know what, son, Go ahead. Do what you got to do. I think you can go get that. Go ahead. Go ahead. So go.
That's what I'm saying. When is it come time I give you the bag?
I would
and
help
say,
that.
just stay with me.
I'm not giving you the bag. He's giving you the bag.
Yeah, but when is I go upstairs and say, yo, he need the bag.
Someone need to get the bag.
Get rid of some of them practice squad. Get rid of them practice squad bulls.
I'm not. No. I'm not going to give you as a
single-handedly ruined Denver.
So you figure the coaches aren't in the salary cap, so you can pay them whatever you want.
The Texans coach.
So that makes it
what
more.
has he really done as a coach?
Right. True. So that makes it more affordable for you to give them the bag.
So go get it from somebody else.
I think that's what happened with. That's what happened with.
We got this bond. We joined at the hip.
No, but that's me and you.
Yeah, I think that's what happened with McDaniel.
I'm not paying you.
I think that's what happened with McDaniel. So he saw
the owners.
He saw going to a bad situation. If he would have took that coach job,
right?
And
Jim Irsay family.
Right, so he didn't want to go to the Colts. It was no guarantee that Andrew Luck was going to be there. You know what I mean? So if you go there and Luck's not there, what type of situation are you in?
You lose your second coaching job, you do bad again.
Right, now that's a stain on you. Like, you had a head coaching job, lost it. Okay, you went back, rebuilt something, and now you get another job and it doesn't go well.
Yeah, I don't like Josh McDaniels.
I think he stayed based on not just based on the fact that maybe one day he'll get the Patriots job, you know, if he stays with Belichick, but just waiting for a better situation. A better situation being, I got an established quarterback, minimum. If I'm an offensive coach, for me to go to a situation, I need an established quarterback.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Or I'm going to stay where I'm at if where I'm at is willing to pay me
close. We winning
not
rings.
even close, but more.
Oh, they wouldn't pay me more.
Right. So like you said, if an average offensive coordinator is getting 1.5 and they're paying me 3. So Jason Garrett got 3 from the Cowboys. Sunni and I know that. So if Josh McDaniels getting 3 from the Patriots because Jason Garrett got 3, then I'm going to stay at the Patriots and I'm going to work with Tom Brady and I'm going to keep winning these Super Bowls or these playoff games and building my resume. And then I can pretty much now when a desirable job opens up that has an established quarterback, I'll take that.
I need a John Gruden deal.
Versus just 10 years.
I need 10 years. I'm just saying, like he might not get it, but he's not. He gonna come out cocky like that. You feel me? I need that John Gruden.
But I'm sure that somebody's telling him somewhere.
Like the Bengals 2-3 years ago.
Right. I'm sure that somebody's in his ear saying,
not doing what they should be doing.
Do you want to go to this team with this rookie quarterback or this journeyman quarterback, and hopefully you can get a quarterback, or do you want to wait for the right situation?
Right.
You want to wait for the right situation.
A team that's just not panning out. Like when the Bengals had those 2 receivers, who they had?
You know what I think Josh McDaniels will fit
They
at?
had two
Carl
studs.
Pickens and them joints.
How about he don't fit nowhere?
Like 5 years ago?
Or that too. I don't like Bulls.
He just
I just go home.
I'm gonna stay in
where he
this.
fits.
I'm gonna stay in this situation where I'm working with Tom Brady. And I'm under Bill Belichick.
And I'm gonna ride that.
And I'm making $3 million a year.
Right.
And then Bill may go, and I may be the head coach then.
And I'm gonna stay there. And maybe
safe.
if I'm there long enough,
And I got
I'll
5-6 rings
transition to the job.
Yeah, because Bill
I'm responsible for what's happening.
So he can just cherry pick the job that he wants to take as a head coach. He can cherry pick.
Hold up, so I know that you got up here, but do you think Bill Belichick wants to win one without Brady?
Of course. That's why he tried to get rid of him.
He does, but at this point in his career,
Do you think he's going to stay until
So,
the
he'll
win
Probably
one
stay.
without
He'll probably stay.
to win one without
Bill's
Brady?
a lifer. He loves football.
I think he's gonna stay and he gonna turn it up when Brady leaves. I think he waiting for Brady to leave.
He's
Well, he was trying to get rid of Brady.
He's going to leave the
for,
NFL
Jimmy
when
G.
Brady
Cool.
leaves.
I agree with
I
you
don't
on
think
that,
so.
Duke.
That's
Why
what he
not?
said. Do you think they're going to go
He
together?
gonna win one without Brady.
But
I
he's
think
not.
he's
That's
solidified.
why I think he's wrong.
Right,
He
I
thinks
think-
that he can pop somebody in and do what Tom
Well,
did.
yeah,
He can't do it.
he wanted
No,
to
but he
keep
think
Jimmy
he
G.
can. That's
Cool.
the thing. You're right. He probably can't
Well,
do
that's
it.
what's going to
because-
happen.
But he think he can.
Right,
because
and that's what's going to
I
happen.
think
Because
he's gonna
don't-
stay.
I don't necessarily know if he thinks he can, but I know he knows.
Oh, he
that's
thinks he
winning
can.
football. I'm sure he thinks he can.
He thinks that with
But I
his
know he
system,
knows that's
I'm
winning
gonna tell you
football.
he
right
thinks with
now.
his system he can
I
plug
think he can.
anybody in.
Yeah.
He
I
thinks
don't
with
think
his
just
system
anybody.
he can plug
I think
anybody.
with the right quarterback,
he
he can.
never did it.
So
Nobody ever won a Super Bowl without Brady.
They didn't win.
So that's all we talking about.
Right.
Ain't nothing else to discuss.
But they won 12 games.
I don't think.
I don't want the one
What's
Bledsoe
that mean?
before Brady got put in.
What's that mean when you used to win in the Super Bowl?
Bledsoe
Yeah,
had
Bledsoe,
some key completions in Pittsburgh.
I don't
that
think he
game.
thinks he can win with anybody. I think he
With the
thought
right
he could win
quarterback.
with Jimmy G.
Yeah, he thought he could
I
win.
think he thought he could
And
win
that's
with
where I
Jimmy
think he's
G.
wrong.
So
I think, but do I think that he feels like he needs that for his legacy to be complete?
Yeah.
I don't.
Nah, you're right. He
I
done
don't-
enough with the
no,
Giants and
Because
don't think that.
that's kind of like Phil Jackson said,
Right.
you know, I'm gonna come back
Right.
and win a championship without Mike and Kobe.
His
because
legacy is already in
everybody
stone.
attaches me to Mike and Kobe.
Yeah, it's already
nah,
in stone.
And
It's
Shaq.
in stone,
But
whether
it's
it's
about
Brady
Shaq.
or not.
But he did come back 1-1 without Mike. He did it with Kobe, like with the right players.
But just with Kobe.
But I'm saying, but still,
and Shaq. Don't forget about Shaq.
But it's
He
not
can
anybody.
go on.
But it's
And
not
Shaq.
anybody.
And the Diesel.
He put one all time. It had to be another good quarterback.
But it
yeah,
has
he's
to-
supposed
so-
to get
right.
a
So that's like-
Matt Ryan or somebody. You know what I'm saying?
But that's like the 49ers winning. Okay, Bill Walton, we won with Joe Montana, and we won with Steve Young, who's another all-timer.
Right.
That doesn't, when you look at the 49ers, you don't say, well, they won all these championships,
Right.
and they won this many with Joe, and they won this many with Steve Young. You just know that they won this many.
On-
you know what I'm saying? Because Steve Young is all, now if they would have won with Bono,
Right.
or Elvis Gerback,
Right.
now
Nah,
you're
but-
talking different.
Listen to what
And,
you said.
I want to interject. I
want
want to interject for something. That's why Joe Gibbs is my number 2 because he won 3 chips with 3 different guys, and none of them is in the Hall.
Right, true. But people,
None of them's in the
None of them.
three
None of them.
different.
Joe Theismann isn't in the Hall of Fame.
He ain't in the Hall of Fame.
Wow,
Jersey
I didn't know
boy.
that.
Is he? Might be.
Baltimore.
But I know the Indian Bull Ripken ain't in it,
Nah,
and I know
Damn sure Doug Williams.
Williams.
I know
my man Doug not in it. Man, I know my man
What was
Doug.
his name?
But-
From,
It's a good
what's
call,
his name? He not
son.
in it.
Who that?
What was his name? From, who you just talking about? Chucky first team. Who you got playing San Fran? You with them?
The first team
that
was
Johnson?
Brad
Johnson.
And
He
the
not
other-
in.
The other cat that he had.
What else?
but they were defensive team.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they
Everything was
won
in
it without
place.
him.
Everything. Me and you could have played quarterback. for
So
the
what
team.
Doug said though, you said that when you think about the Niners and stuff, you think about they won. You don't think about Montana. You don't think about Young. You think about that they won these many Super Bowls, right?
Yeah.
But when you think about the Patriots, who won all 6 Super Bowls?
Brady.
Brady.
And
so
Belichick.
in order for you to, so if they win another Super Bowl,
And it's been over a long time,
without
different
Brady,
teams.
It'll
So-
be what
so-
you said. You don't think about Montana or Young. You think about the Niners who won as many Super Bowls.
but-
when you think about the Patriots, you think Brady.
But this is the difference between you being young. This is the difference with you being a young guy.
You always try to throw that.
No,
old
listen,
shot.
listen,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
listen,
yeah.
listen, I'm gonna hit you with
You
this.
don't remember the knee highs.
I'm gonna hit you with this.
If you weren't born, you weren't
So
born.
Sunni and Duke and I know that Bill Belichick is the designer of the defenses that stopped the mighty San Francisco
Absolutely.
49ers
Absolutely.
to win those Super Bowls. So we don't look at it like he can't win without Brady,
Right.
Because we know he was the guy that held the vaunted San Francisco 49ers to 12 points.
We talking what y'all know. We talking about the broad scale.
So he
People
knows
don't
that,
even-
though.
People don't even watch football. So there's certain people that watch football that just watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So these certain people that's not fans of the game, like we fans of the game, they only know Tom Brady.
No, the football world knows that Bill Belichick
Right. They know-
designed
they know what he
defenses
did. Yeah, they
to
know what he
shut
did.
down not only
People don't watch basketball, know LeBron, right?
Right.
They know LeBron.
Right.
They don't know J.R. Smith. They don't
Well,
know
he's
Kyle
not worried about
Korver.
the popularity. He's not worried
But
about.
what I'm saying
I
is,
think at
like-
one point when you're on that level, you're not worried about the guy.
That's
Like-
what I mean. So
Like when
Belichick-
you're a lion, the opinion of sheep really don't really affect you because I'm a lion.
Listen,
I think he
anytime.
gotta win. I think he wants to win one without.
I
Of course,
do.
yeah. I think he does too. I think,
do.
but I don't
He
think
do.
that he thinks
I
he's
think-
going to lose. But listen,
Man, he Darth
we
Vader.
already know.
I don't think he thinks he can lose with it without him either.
I don't
Right.
think
So-
that he
so-
thinks. I'm sure he doesn't think.
Right. So here's the thing, when we already know Tom Brady's in stone. We know
Right.
Hall of Famer. We can say
Absolutely.
go 1A, 1B, Joe,
ballot,
whatever.
all
We
that.
don't. All that's where
Well,
it's
he
supposed to
first ballot
be.
easy.
Belichick.
But
too.
what I'm telling you is this is about Belichick, right?
Yeah.
Right.
When Belichick can look at a guy who has never won anything in Garoppolo
And say,
and
"I
you
wanna
know what?
get rid of Tom
And Tom didn't lose nothing. He's not
Right.
lose. He just keeps on winning.
I wanna
But
get
I'm
rid
ready
of
to
him
shift
for
this
this
because
guy.
I know that this over here can take us to where we got to go.
Which
That
is another
big.
reason why I say San Francisco, mark it down, man.
Yeah. So here's the thing too. Guess who got Garoppolo paid?
Bill
Belichick.
Belichick. Absolutely.
I'm not giving nobody 137 and they ain't win nothing.
Absolutely.
Who's doing that?
Speaking of getting paid, golf. Will he get paid?
Yeah, he will. He'll get paid.
He on
Got
the
to,
L.A.
man.
market,
he
Golden
on the hot
Boy.
seat. He on the hot seat.
He's not on the hot
man.
seat. He's not on.
No, I'm on the hot seat where his performance has to turn up.
Yeah, but he's
cannot-
young, and it's all about him and the coach too.
Yeah,
it's
but-
not like he's in his 8th year.
Right,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
time for his performance to turn up because Gurley is now falling down.
Yeah.
Normally, like even your quarterback, Hall of Fame, you
Yeah.
know, but he had those running backs to help him in his younger career.
Yeah.
True.
You know, all the running backs, even Matt Ryan, who's a gunslinger,
Right.
he had running backs. He ran the ball a lot in
Brady
his younger
Oliver.
career.
True.
You know, he
All
had
of
those.
them, right.
all
Brady
of them.
too.
Yeah, Brady too. They had those running backs. He just lost his running back just maybe 2 years too early.
Right.
You know, he didn't lose him, but he's deterred 2 years too early for golf mature.
Yeah.
It's forcing golf to be better than he has to be, I think, 2 years earlier.
Got you.
You know, that's what
There's nothing wrong with that.
You when you look at teams who had quarterbacks and then they lost quarterbacks, and then they struggle to find a quarterback in the years to come, you got to pay golf.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Because
I'm not
he's
saying I'm
proven
paying-
You already know where
because
you've been. You know
he's
where you went
proven
with
that
him.
If
Correct.
okay, so Gurley's hurt, but if you give me a running game, it doesn't have to be Gurley.
Right.
You give me a running game, we know what golf can do with a running game.
Right. I'm not
You know
saying
what I'm saying?
I'm
So-
not saying don't pay him. I'm just saying Gurley just messed him up a little bit because he went down two years too early.
We're about to see if he messed him
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
we're
We'll
gonna
see
do.
when the
He'll be-
season starts if Gurley plays a lot or not. But I think, like you said, man, I think you gotta pay golf because you see what happens when
Right.
you let these guys go. Now, and it's not like a Miami situation where with Tannehill you had a young guy. He
Didn't pay
He
him.
had tools. You didn't pay him.
Yeah.
But basically, you was 7-9,
And a lot
8-8 every year.
A lot of things go with the division.
saying?
Like
Right.
if you can.
so
Our
a-
division is tight. You
It's
know what I'm saying?
tight,
Like
right.
you with San Fran, but you know that it's a chance San Fran might
and-
not come out.
And he's made plays though.
Right.
Golf has made some plays to win
And
those
if you
divisions.
right,
so-
and if you win 10, 11 games in our division, you might come out because of how tight it is. You know, you don't gotta win 14, 15 games
I
to
just
come
know
out.
as being a Cowboys fan, the transition from Troy Aikman to Tony Romo was a hard one.
You know, a lot of years, a lot
You know what I'm
of,
saying?
a lot of guys.
And that's the reason why, like you said, Jerry Jones, we talked about it earlier with the Emmett history, right, and the Zeke thing. He remembered that position between Romo
Right,
and
he was
Aikman.
there for it.
How
So,
important
you
it
know
was,
what?
absolutely.
I'd rather let Romo leave early and keep Dak than, you know, hold on to Romo, maybe lose Dak, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. Because I seen what happened when we lost Troy
Well,
Aikman.
Romo had became a
Before the
strong leader.
season starts,
Everybody
before the
cute.
season starts,
Romo
Zeke's
become-
gonna get his money.
Yeah, yeah. I
Before the
want to
season.
jump into Arizona. Key additions: cornerback Robert Alford, Terrell Suggs on his last hurrah, Jordan Hicks inside linebackers.
Forgot they got
Yeah, offensive guard Sweezy, defensive tackle. Sizzle's going. Is he still sizzling? I don't know. Key losses.
Little bubble,
Yeah,
little bubble,
a little sizz. Yeah.
little flat.
Key losses: safety Antonio Bethea, Marcus Golden, quarterback Josh Rosen, safety Deion Buchanan, Benson, Iowa. Key rookies: Kyle Murray. What do you think he's going to do? Like Doug said, he's 5'9". Can he cut it? We'll have to see. Definitely, he's with the coordinator and the coach that always wanted him. That wanted him from high school. So it'll be definitely interesting to see.
It's definitely a wait and see,
Yeah.
like you said, man.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be interesting. I want it'll be exciting down there. So
Let's
we gotta
get it on.
So like you say, I shouldn't say most. A lot of the teams in the NFL have pieces to where if everybody plays to their capabilities,
Be competitive.
we can make a run.
Yeah.
Broncos.
Arizona is a team that, you know, like you said, the guys that they lost, while they were good players, you know, we kind of replaced them with, and I say we, as speaking as Arizona, with good players. You know what I mean? So it comes down to the head coach and the number 1 overall pick. If he can play like the head coach thinks he can play, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, he been trying to get this guy, he been trying to get the coach this guy for 4, 5, 8 years now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now he has him, and you know it's just a matter of, look, we gonna see if this is a marriage made in heaven. Because if they can play, and this guy Murray is the guy that Cliff Kingsbury thinks he is, they could be a problem with David Johnson and Fitzgerald and Christian Kirk and these other guys, these weapons that they have, right? And the guys they picked up on defense, they still got Chandler Jones. They picked up, Sizzle if he has anything left in the tank, which typically if you got a young guy, it's going to rejuvenate you being in a new place.
Yeah, he can teach some people some things. He has a lot of knowledge on him.
So they could be a problem if Cliff Kingsbury is who they thought he is, and if Kyler Murray is the guy that Cliff Kingsbury thinks he is.
Yeah, so
But that's just something that we'll have to wait and see because we don't have any tape, we don't have any film, we have nothing really to go on with Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury with his offense or his coaching style, things like that. Personally,
Glad he got a shot.
the fact that at Texas Tech he was like 5-7. I'm not too optimistic.
But they lost game. Didn't they lose games like 58-50?
It's true, but I'm just saying. I'm just.
Yeah.
You know,
We'll see,
I'm just
yeah.
not too
It's
optimistic.
the college basketball score.
Yeah, definitely. Old school before the shot clock. Yeah, definitely.
Before the shot clock.
Definitely we have that. Los Angeles Rams.
Rams.
Additions: Eric Weddle,
Big time.
edge linebacker Clay Matthews,
Vets.
Could be
You need them.
nation.
key losses: offensive guard Roger Safeld, defensive tackle Dominican Sue, safety Lamarcus
They're not gonna miss
Joyner, LB Mark Barron.
Welcome, Mark Barron, to Steeler
He
Nation.
went to Steelers.
Yeah.
Steelers.
That's some big
Key,
losses.
key rookies: Taylor Rapp, running back Daryl Henderson, and cornerback David Long. San Francisco, people are predicting to win this division. Key
like that
additions:
I'm not mad at him.
D Ford, linebacker Quan Alexander, running back Tevin Campbell, wide receiver Jordan Matthews. Key losses: Cassius Marsh. Key rookies: Nick Bosa, wide receiver Debo Samuel, and wide receiver Jalen Hurd.
Two running
Nick
back
Bosa's-
receivers.
Yeah, Nick Bosa is going to be key with Ford.
So when
on
you
that
see
line.
key losses, it's not that many there.
It's not that at all.
Not that many there, and the fact that they had so many injuries
They got
last year,
Bosa to replace him as the
that
edge.
means their depth is outstanding
Tremendous.
because those guys
give it
got
a
to play
big word.
last year, big time minutes.
Right.
It's looking good for, and then you pick up a guy like D Ford. Now you actually have D Ford and Bosa on the outside, and you still have the kid from Wisconsin that they drafted 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Rotate.
This 49ers are they in the mix, man.
Yeah, they definitely.
Here-
And
here-
the Seattle
here go
Seahawks.
my dark horse.
Key additions: Ziggy Ansah,
Big time.
offensive guard
Nice
Mike Lupati. Key losses: Frank Clark, Earl Thomas, cornerback Justin Coleman, and running back Mike Davis. Key rookies: edge LG Collar, wide receiver DK Metcalf, big guy, wide receiver Gary Jennings, cousin Gary getting some work. OG Phil Haynes, and linebacker Ben Burr. So it should be interesting to see.
I think Metcalf is going to do good. I wish we would have picked him up, but
Well-
San Fran wanted to go for running back receivers.
I
Like
wanted to get this work. Both let me put it
I'm
in.
excited for Jonathan.
He's definitely on the all physique team. I don't
Yeah.
know if he can play or not.
yeah.
But he's definitely on the
I
all physique team.
I wanted to get him because I watched him a little bit, but I think he.
I like his tape. I
Yeah,
feel you though. I feel where
yeah.
you're coming from. I like his tape though.
But San Fran was going at, for some reason, more running back receivers. Like I guess they doing more slot. They was looking for a slot receiver or something because a lot of the receivers played running back in college also.
Well, because you want that interchangeableness, right?
Right,
You want to
right,
be able
right,
to
right,
have
right.
guys on the field and the defense don't know
You gonna
if
run
we
a
gonna
pass.
run the ball, we gonna pass the ball. We could bring these two backs in. They bring a bunch of linebackers in, but we line them up in the slot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it gives you that.
And the
element
playbook
of-
is
That
wide
plays to your
open.
point to me where they kind of scary that Kyle Shanahan got some tricks up his sleeve.
I love
Right, 'cause
I
it-
love-
I don't know what
I'm
kind
with
of tricks he got up his sleeve.
He got some
Yeah.
bag. His bag kind of big right now.
I
His bag
love
is big.
Kyle Shanahan. I wish the Cowboys would have. I knew he was going to be a head coach, but I wish they would have got him as the OC years ago. But I love Kyle Shanahan.
I ain't gonna
because-
hold you. I wanted the Broncos to get him just because the legacy.
Yeah.
Mike Shanahan, Kyle
so,
Shanahan.
So you figure like we
I
was talking about
wanted Kyle Shanahan.
how we talked about Kobe and Jordan, right? Kyle Shanahan took what his father did and he expanded on it to the new NFL.
Right, right,
So he
right.
kept, the basic principles, and now he's expanded on it, and it's like wow. It's like wow. You see what this offense can be, and if he gets his guys, his top flight guys that he wants in place, Listen to me, man.
Oh,
San Fran is going to come out the West.
We shall see.
Garoppolo stays healthy. San Fran's coming out the West.
Can he get back in the early 90s? Cowboys in San Fran?
A lot of teams. NFC is going to be hard.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hard.
It's gonna be tight. Put them gloves
I'm
on.
going to jump boxing real quick. The fight, as I called it, Pac-Man. It really wasn't about Pac-Man and Thurman. It was more about Pac-Man's age. Young Pac-Man gets him out of there 5 or 6 rounds.
Yeah.
Thurman, he took his lumps and was classy about it. But you got to give Thurman credit. You know, I didn't see him as a true skill, great champion, and he maneuvered and around the way to get a payday against a 40-year-old champion. That if he could have won, it could have been a really big payday. But what happens? The cream rises to the top, and Pac-Man did it. So now the geezers at the Caesar talk with him and Floyd kick up again. I'm not really too interested in that. If you want to show me something, come back and fight one of these young guys. Let these young guys eat. You know, if you want to come back and fight one of the young guys out here that's hungry.
You gotta watch what you're doing when you're 50. You running up in some stuff 29.
Yeah, so they'll probably do a geezers at the Caesars and pay-per-view action or whatever, but also be on more TV. But definitely, yo, fellas, it was a good time here today.
Always.
Definitely. We're gonna be heading out soon. Hitting up at the Smoking Lounge, dude. You got information on that?
Lit. Cigar Lounge, Swedesboro, New Jersey. We'll be right there August 31st at 1 p.m. Cigars.
31st.
Let's just say Mayweather don't want no parts of Pacquiao right now. Let's just say that.
Listen, I don't know why you saying that.
That man's sharp, man. Like
What makes you think Floyd's not sharp right now?
Floyd
wakes up and boxes.
They're going to fight 2020. Floyd's going to be 40.
I don't want to say it no more. I know who lost when I watched it.
I ain't saying Floyd was going to win.
His rotator cuff was tore. He had a tore rotator cuff.
Don't get in the ring. Don't get in the ring.
He don't want it, though.
He had a tore rotator cuff.
He want that
Don't
easy
get in the
one.
ring.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get in the ring if I was Mayweather. It's going to be a little difficult.
He may or may not weather.
Yeah, Mayweather's going to
I'll
pop
take
shots
200
still
mil
with.
too if
But if the money's
It's
right,
going to be 300 mil
for
for Mayweather.
So I'll take 300.
It's going to be 300 mil for
I'll get back. I'm not out of shape
because of
I'll
what,
get back in boxing
but
shape.
because of what Pacquiao did, that's going to make
What
it
he do?
300.
What he do?
This fight.
What he do?
Tremendous. So he showed a little age in the middle rounds and he came back alive.
That's all I need.
He was awesome.
That's all I need.
But he showed that his performance made 300 mil for Mayweather.
So I'm gonna get scared because I saw that.
Well, you don't have it.
Why not? Why are you saying I don't? What you
Because
saying for
you
me
didn't,
not to have it?
You didn't fight really since 2015.
Oh, so you banking on me
Andre
for sitting
Berto.
down for him to win? I got you.
Yeah, that's what I'm banking on. You've been down too much. We're not gonna count the McGregor fight.
I
You
got
didn't
you.
train, didn't do nothing.
He's only 49-0. Because I
Right.
don't count the McGregor.
So you only fought since 2015.
Okay.
So see,
It's 5 years later.
you building up the pre-fight. You getting the money for it.
Yeah, it's 5 years later. And Mayweather, I don't think Mayweather should take it. I mean, that's just me. I think I don't care what nobody say.
I think you love Pacquiao. I think you want to see
his
Mayweather
greed
lose.
might get the best.
No.
For 300 million, I get knocked out.
I just
by
don't think Mayweather should take it.
For 300 million, I'll get knocked up.
I'll get knocked.
You know they doing that, right?
I hope they not.
They got men carrying babies now.
All right, cut the show.
They got men carrying babies.
Cut the show.
$300 million.
It's over. It's over. I better not see the men getting ultrasounds.
Yeah, they doing it.
I'm done,
You
man.
ain't know they was doing it for
Listen,
real.
I'm
They
going
doing it.
once
Oh,
that
we're
happens.
going to another story.
I'm going
we'll
to
be
live
back
with
next
the
week.
Aborigines.
Next week.
See y'all next Saturday.
Live from the Sport Talk live for the ranch. We out.
Peace.
Nah, for real, they doing that, man.